And then if you guys don't mind, I'll jump into my little intro video thing. It's similar to the last one, but it's good to have it at the beginning of the recording. It makes it easier for me in the end. It's about a minute. Um, let's see. I can show you guys the map for a couple of seconds here, though, first.
Guys, just to let you know, I'm probably going to mute myself a lot tonight, so I'm not just randomly hacking through the audio of this thing.
No worries.
So if you can just keep an eye out for that for me.
No,
I'm kind of out of it. Thanks.
I also, forgive me, I may have to drop early just because I'm also a little under the weather.
What happened with you, man? You weren't feeling well, or what? Some surgery?
Me?
Little light surgery over the weekend?
Yeah, just a gentle surgery over the weekend.
That's scary, dude.
You know how it is.
I'm glad you're all right, man.
Yeah,
definitely.
You know what? The funny thing is, it was a problem for like a longer than it should have been, and I was like, "That's nothing." And I'm like, my surgeon was like, "No, you could have died." It's like, awesome, thanks. That's cool. It's cool turning 40. It's awesome.
Yeah,
Let me tell you, man, I know how that feels.
All right.
The plumber, man.
I woke up yesterday with a neck pain just from sleeping that crippled me for pretty much the whole day.
Oh, yeah.
I've done that before, basically waking up and stretching.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pinching a nerve.
Mm-hmm.
My girlfriend made fun of me because I bought a $375 massage gun to like massage the muscles in my neck and everything. She was like, "That's a lot of money. There's one on Amazon for $30."
Yeah, but
I was like, "This one's better."
If it works, then who cares, right? Like that's the way I look at that. Like human comfort, if it works, I don't care how much it costs. If I can get it, I'll get it. You know what I mean? Like, it's the older that I get, more and more, especially too.
I got the healthcare savings account, so I was like, it's not really costing me anything.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta spend it on something
Nice.
to take care of yourself. So yeah, I did take some time and drop the stat blocks right in here as well for these guys. So if we need to pull them up, we can just kind of look at them. I don't know if you'll be able to see them because of fuzz and fucking weird internet broadcasting and stuff, but should be okay. Yeah, and these guys have a fun little thing that they can do. That's for when their vehicle gets destroyed. So they blip back and forth. Now you guys remember here. Actually, let me run the intro video first, and then I'll go right into the beginning of the thing. So give me 2 minutes. You can check out my new stinger. There.
So for Candlekeep and the Van Richten's books, I'm able to get the alt covers, so I'm happy about that.
Nice.
Because the only problem with ordering at Amazon is they don't have the alternate covers.
Yeah. Sometimes you can get them through like those third party sellers and stuff. They'll like random people will be selling them, and they're an Amazon.
Yeah, they mark the prices up on those.
It's always more expensive to buy through those places.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So yeah, welcome to the big battle. We're back on. So tonight I managed to set it up so that I've got some different scenes we can do. Where if you guys want to have a chance to actually see each other's faces, okay, I think this will work best. We got one that's just the map, one that's got map and chat like that. Although this is a little wonky. Fix that right now. Oop. Oop. Here, we'll just do it like this. Alright. So we got map and chat like that. So I can see all 6 of you guys. I don't know why it didn't split you all up evenly the way that I thought it would, but like I said, it is. It's that's why, is because it's doing 2, then 2, then 2, like exactly like I was like, oh, that'd be worst case scenario. All right, cool. I'm rolling with it.
I mean, this kind of works. We have the 2 cursed Marines above.
Yeah, that's true. You guys are closest to the battle. So let's see.
I will be with a shotgun.
Yeah. Yeah, shotgun and an M16. Of course, you can't use both of them at the same time, but situational. And then I also, like I said before, I managed to pull up characters. So it's not doing it correctly. Get that out of the way. There we go. Characters, sheets. Which are for some reason still coming out kind of wonky, but weird. Huh. That's all about. Maybe if I get out of studio mode. There we go. That's what I was looking for. So that way you've got, you know, anybody's character, and I can kind of come over and tab through them quickly. So if anybody's got any character questions, we can pull them right up on video for anybody that does watch in the future, if anybody ever watches in the future. But for right now, I'm going to put you on map only. You guys should still be able to hear me okay.
Yep.
Awesome. Get this out of the way because apparently my dumbass forgot to move that earlier too. So yeah, here's your contingent of Orc Marines. You guys get the general idea. Ashnak has given you command of these guys, essentially. He's kept two squads in reserve for himself. But he encourages you to essentially pick your dodgeball teams, you know what I mean? So my thought is, I'm going to have you guys all roll initiative, and whoever rolls the highest initiative, we'll stick with that initiative order for the length of combat, because it is essentially one big combat, and that'll speed up things a little bit, I think. And you guys are free to distribute your troops, etc., to however you would like to, as long as it is within this square. You get that for free. Like, that's, so we can say that's your starting point before these things start moving in, just so that we're all in the same time frame and I don't have to jump back and forth too much. Zooming out a little bit, you can see that, turn it so it's facing north, so that way north is up. Hopefully east and west are both coming in correctly. There are 5 groups, each of them led by a Durgar Necromancer, each of them consisting of around 100 Durgar warriors, Grey Dwarves for the unfamiliar, nasty little bastards that live under the earth, and they like to kill shit and be fucking general pricks in D&D, so that's fun. And each of the regiments of Undead also has 250 zombies and 250 skeletons, 5 groups of 25. For most of their movement, they're going to be moving as a large unit. You guys are also free to do this with all of your guys. Assuming that you have mobile infantry in your unit would move as fast as your mobile infantry, which I believe is 30 feet, and they gain all those bonuses. So as long as that mobile infantry is in your squad or your regiment, then you will be able to utilize those movement bonuses and things. It's essentially like their jeeps are kind of like, well, let's get all the fucking equipment on the jeeps and move with it quick, you know? That's the idea. So that should give you guys some pretty good mobility, and other than that, I'd say everything starts off with Ashnak just letting out one big bellow and just saying, all right, move your asses, Marines, you want to live forever? So, yeah. What would you guys like to do about picking out your squads, and or about any other plans you may have? I mean, you're not by any means forced to run a squad. Like, you are still an individual that makes your own individual choices, with the exception of you, Valk, because you were conscripted essentially, and you, Gil. You are not necessarily compulsed to follow orders, but given your current circumstances, it's a reaction thing. Ashnak would not be happy if you did not follow said orders, we'll say. And that would be pretty apparent to you all.
Is Guilfoyle able to fight individually instead?
Yeah, absolutely.
He's not really a leader type.
Yeah, if he says that, I'm not a leader, he can absolutely bow out of the running. That leaves an additional, if we're splitting them all evenly, it would leave an additional 4 to distribute amongst your group members. And that's fine. You guys can pick and choose to put whoever with whoever. I actually have a spreadsheet set up where I was just going to do it by class. So, like, there's 6 artillery, 6 armor, and 12 mobile infantry available.
I mean, I could stay back with artillery or something. Guilfoyle is not really a lead men in battle kind of character.
Ashnak actually, I think he would look at Guilfoyle and probably looking at him and seeing Guilfoyle kind of thinking this, or maybe even muttering something like this to his friends. He would probably say, I've known folks like you before, you little folks, and let me tell you what, I watched you slip right underneath the Dark Guard's nose, all the way into the Dark Lord's kingdom, and perform a quest without ever being seen. So, I think maybe...
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Maybe you might be good on recon. You might be somebody that could go out, scout the field, give us some more information. The main thing we need to know is where the hell that bastard Agos is. And Agos, if you'll remember, is the Durgar Dwarf general that works directly under Malakani and commands his forces. And Ashnak seems to believe he's here somewhere.
We also have that intel about him being in some sort of trouble with his lady love that's been distracting him. We might be able to use that to our advantage.
Well, you know what they say.
Maggie's
All's
definitely
fair in love and war.
Do Argar, will they speak?
They speak
Undercommon.
Yeah, Undercommon and Durgar. And maybe one other language, I don't
It
remember.
says Dwarvish and Undercommon,
Yeah,
so
Dwarvish.
cool. So Maggie can speak to them.
Nice.
So who would be our strongest leaders in this? Because I'm probably not one of those.
Probably Valk.
Yep.
And Tohan.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely gonna be like a frontline, like melee person.
Yep.
Yeah, so
You take some of these guys and probably pick a side and try to defend it.
Well, there's like the mech infantry, which I was thinking could probably at least attack from the front, and then artillery behind, attacking at distance, and then the mobile, just either showing up where we need them to support like the infantry, or just blank them.
Yeah, and as you guys are looking these mechs over, you can see, like, some of those guys that you had seen earlier that had, like, the weird cybernetic faces and stuff, and, like, the arms that were, like, prosthetic metal arms and things. They've actually gone full Voltron, is essentially what's happening with these things here. They're, like, screwing themselves together with, like, cables and, like, they are literally, again, what you think Orc technology would look like. They're hodgepodge, they're all over the place, but they get it together somehow. Because they're fucking Marines, so...
Orc tech is it works because we want it to work.
Yeah, exactly. It works because otherwise you're gonna get whipped.
That was always how their Warhammer tech worked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Works
this is,
because we
what's
saved
the-
us.
all of this stuff
the
is lifted
artillery.
straight from Warhammer as far as like the type of things that they're building.
I mean, I think we need to focus on the Necromancers and the Durgar leaders.
I'll certainly be one to focus on necromancers and leaders with my spells.
I can go out and look for them.
hey Zach, what's the range of the artillery?
Believe it is... Hang on, I gotta write it down. Or if I don't, I can make it up. Didn't make it up. We will say it's going to be 90 and 240. Like, inside of 90 would give you disadvantage, and outside of 240 would.
the Necromancers at 5th level have a spell that has a 300-foot range, so they're actually the most ranged on the battlefield. It's not a huge amount of damage, but it is area of effect.
I have some 120-foot range ones, and I can also spend spell points to double my range, I think, if I remember correctly. I'll have to check on that.
Oh, nice.
What kind of ranges are we looking at? Are these hexes?
Each hex is 20 foot, but you guys are free to move along the lines or into the center on the map at 10-foot intervals, so it's basically just double our normal scale. Each one of these units occupies about a 25 square foot area. It's considered a gargantuan unit or a gargantuan creature by the stats. So again, like with the artillery, like they kind of spread out. You know, there's like 20 dudes and they're all spread out all over the place working together.
Well, how many hexes are they away now?
They are somewhere around.
Because the M16 would then breach 12 squares.
Yeah, they're about, looks like from their front lines to your front lines is just under 14 squares on that side, and that's your closest one probably. And then over here to like the edge of the camp, it's anywhere between 12 to 18 squares. So that would be 400 feet or so to the edge of the camp, I think.
Zach, is this map oriented like? Oh no, I see. You've got.
Yeah,
Okay,
got
so
the
it's
directions
north is on
on
the left there.
Yep.
Okay.
And if you want, I can
Got it.
actually lock it top down too. I just thought, just so you guys could get a better idea of what's going on in the battlefield before you start tactical movements. But I can just change the camera and lock it so that it's like upright like this and kind of slide.
So the
around.
northern perimeter is the only one that doesn't have trees.
That is, you get on the south, the path is clear, and then down here is no trees. There is a
Okay.
batch of trees. I'll zoom around the perimeter for you here. There's like a batch of trees through here, but they might only, it might be like hedgerows type of deal, like where it's like a little batch of forest for 20 or 30 feet, and then it clears back out into like a clearing. So anywhere where it's grass is free movement. Any of the trees, like scrub brush, swamp shit, you know, nasty things to walk through, that's going to be half movement.
Okay. I meant more specifically that ring of trees around the inner square there.
Oh, of like over here? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, the north side is the only one that doesn't have them, sorry.
Got it. Okay.
And yeah, again, like, because we're using a flat map, I'm going to give you guys gratis on stuff like, hey, that looks like there's a tree there. Can I use it for cover? You sure can. You know, that's, you guys have enough to worry about without me saying no about shit. I'm rooting for you.
But as far as out in the field, all that swampland, that's not woodlands, right? I mean, that's different terrain.
Yeah,
from,
like
I wouldn't have favored terrain there. If I
Yeah,
was
the
moving.
internal green stuff, like all through here, like that's all just regular, kind of swampy grass, but it's still grass and like walkable without any issues. All the way out here would be like swamp forest, or like on this side over here too.
Are those teal patches? So the only thing where we have limited mobility is in the trees.
Yeah, the vehicles won't function in the water, but you're free to move through there. That would also be included in the difficult terrain, because you're walking through mud essentially.
That's the teal.
Yeah, that's like the bluish. This one right here, like that color.
Yeah.
And then yeah, all this stuff out here would be the
Gotcha.
swamp stuff.
I have that earth spell that can make terrain better too, so that would be helpful.
Yeah, absolutely. What's the duration on that one, Jen? Just so I know ahead of time. I know it's
Hold on 1 second, let me
it's
just.
concentration.
Sorry, I'm
Oh, that's okay, actually.
moving to a different spot.
That's not nice, Nick. I don't have gray hair in my beard, but what the hell?
Cold earth. The duration's instantaneous. And basically, I choose a portion of dirt that fits within a 5-foot cube, and I can either like excavate it, make it, cause it to either become difficult or become normal, and the change lasts for an hour.
Awesome. Okay, so yeah, if you guys need for some reason like a little land bridge built or something, you can totally do it. An action.
Yeah.
And that is a
And I also have another earth spell that I picked up that I called Maximilian Grasp, which I choose a 5-foot square of unoccupied space on the ground that I can see within range, and a hand comes up and grabs whatever's within 5 feet of it.
that's cool.
And it does 2d6 bludgeon damage and is restrained for the spell's duration if it fails a saving throw, or a strength saving throw.
So it's literally like just an earthen hand that comes up and just latches onto this thing. That's cool. I like that. That's really awesome.
Yeah.
At
And
this,
Zach,
I thought it was kind of neat.
go ahead, Nick.
the enemies, they're impeded by the difficult terrain as well, right?
Yes, they are.
So that would be a reason maybe to leave.
They're not much faster
Not-
than 20-foot max movement, anyways. I think they pretty much
Okay.
get like 1 square per turn for them.
It looks like the zombies are the ones with the low AC, right?
Yes, I believe zombies AC was 8 and skeletons was like 12.
Yeah,
And Zach,
zombies
you
are
said that the
AC.
vehicles. You said the vehicles can do like almost 200 feet in one turn.
Yeah, they have the ability to, well, the infantry has the ability to mobilize as long as they have
Right.
access to vehicles. So that allows them to burn an action and move double their movement, which I think is 30. So they've got that. They've got their regular movement of 30, which puts them at 90, and they get their bonus action. If they can see an enemy, they can do the run them over thing. I didn't write it down, but that should also require a vehicle because it's called run them down. Could probably fudge that and let them just charge. It's essentially a reworded version of Stampede, which I believe the zombies also
Like a
have.
bonus attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like if they burned all
So
of
they
their
have-
action for
they
the
have
entire
90.
round, they could do. What did I get on here? Artillery was 15. So yeah, they could move 120 feet per turn if they burned all of their action. And they were able to perform their aggressive thing. So that's like 6 squares right by itself.
Yeah. Cool. So as far as like, so they could move 60 feet, attack, and then move back 30 feet. Is that right?
Yes. Yep. No, sorry. Yes, they could.
So
They
the
could use their
move for 30
action.
feet and then aggressive.
They can't. Here's the thing. They can move 30 feet with their movement. If they used aggressive to get the remainder of the 60 feet, they could attack, but they wouldn't have an action left after that to do their mobilize action because they still only have the single action. However, because I think that your commanding abilities are to, one of them is to like allow them either an additional attack or whatever. I don't know if you guys saw that, but where it says at the top of the document, the legendary or special commander abilities. So while any commander, and that includes any of you guys that are within range of your squads, if you're within 60 feet of them or three squares, you can take a legendary action. This also applies to Ashnak. It applies to Agos, wherever he is out there. And it applies to the Necromancer commanders. So everybody has access to these essentially during this battle. They can do attack, which is just gives them a free extra attack action essentially. Any one weapon attack. They can charge, which means the commander and the horde can both move up to their speed. We'll just say whichever's greater, I guess, because it's not going to matter. They're all around 30 feet max. And they can rally, which means they gain temporary hit points equal to the commander's CR or level. Like in your guys' case, it'd be your level, so 5. The commander's CR is whatever the Necromancer's CR is.
6, I think.
So using that, they could, yes, do what you said. If, like, you were in the group with them, if one of you guys was in the group, they could move forward, use their attack action, like, move 60 feet, use an attack action, and then move back, technically, I think, 60 feet.
Except Volk and Gil have an extra commander ability, do they not?
Yes, each of you gets 2...
Did I misread them? So could we do like rally and attack in one turn? Is my question.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. That applies to you guys specifically because of your enlistment status, because you both volunteered, essentially. As far as Ashnak's concerned, you volunteered. You guys might not think of it that way, but... Amanda, I want you to know, Bill.
Yeah,
Amanda
Bill,
laughed
you might want to
hysterically about that. She thought that was the funniest thing ever, and I was like,
Pretty Hobbit move. Yeah, you might want to just like take troops because you can do a lot more with them than the rest of us can, and then you could probably even split off from them at some point.
Well, there is the other option.
Like they can get you out there quick.
It does, and you're not like required to stick with these troops either. These troops can be autonomous. You know what I mean? Like they can kind of do their own thing. Like if you direct them to do so. Like, hey, I want you to generally kind of go do this thing. That's fine. I can run that particular troop's turn when it comes around to them or whatever. It's not a big deal. Because I don't want anybody to feel locked into a war game. You know what I mean? Like I don't want you to feel like, oh, I have to go play in Zach's D&D fucking Warhammer game now. That sucks. Like some people are here for the role play.
Can I pick some troops basically to surround me and protect me as I like attack necromancers and shit?
Yeah. I mean, if you want to take like a minimal amount, like one squad would be the minimum. They're not willing to split their squads just because of the way the stats are set up mostly. But or like up to however
like
many.
If I wanted like one vehicle, one squad, one artillery, just so I have something to fire back with, but also protect me as I run around killing shit.
Yeah. So what I can do is I actually have you guys all set up on this map here, and I'll bunch you guys up and actually link them together with you as like one big unit, so that you guys can all move around freely on the map wherever. And if you want to detach the units at any point and kind of send them off to go do their own thing, you can do that. The only thing that I need to do.
But what do you guys, the rest of you think? What's the best way to deal with the units?
You might want to take like all artillery
It really
if you're able
helps
to
us-
cast from range. That would be.
It helps for us to be 60 feet, or within 60 feet of them. So I think that means basically like if we're if you can have like up to 6 around you and move with them and give them your benefit.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, actually, you could have even more than that. Honestly, I mean, you could have the six that surround your square. Those are all within 20 feet of you.
20 feet, right? Or 30-ish, or yeah.
You'd actually have.
And then the other.
Like, think of it like a bullseye. Like, you're in the center. You've got a ring, another ring, another ring all the way around you. So I don't know what that works out to, but
Yeah.
that's like higher geometry for me. But yeah,
Gotcha. Cool.
But I can absolutely, and I'll just stick them all together. You guys can figure out what you want. My thought is like I said, if you guys just want to let me know who's taking how many. There's enough right now if you want to split them up evenly for you each to get 4 units out of this. If everybody's taking 4, you would each get 4. It's a total of 24 on the board. And if you want to swing it some other way, that's fine with me.
I'm fine with going on my own.
Maggie wants
so.
3.
Okay, so you're not going to take command of
Maggie wants
any
3.
units, Nick?
No, I'm
Okay.
I'm probably just gonna head closest to wherever the action is, and
Okay. Maggie, what are you looking to take with you?
Well, I was gonna say she'll take 3 mobile units and 1 artillery unit, and then we'll like pick up what others don't take, I guess.
Okay.
So at least 3 mobile and 1 artillery.
Find a good spot.
She's got a speech to give too before they all launch out.
Absolutely. Now what I would like, if you guys are trying to get converts, both you and Valk, which I assume that you are, what I need from you is a performance charisma check. So your performance, right? Did I say that right? No, I'm sorry, a wisdom performance check. So I need your wisdom modifier, and then you can add your performance modifier to it as well on a d20.
Oh, okay.
And that's going to tell you the number of orcs that you are successfully able to get to swing to your side when it comes to the idea of Hestia or of Orun being the deity that they would like to worship in place of their former master, the Dark Lord. They are looking for new religion. They're in the market.
So is it
I've got
performance roll
I've got
plus? Sorry,
No, go ahead.
is it performance roll plus wisdom modifier instead of charisma modifier? Is that what you want?
Yes.
18.
Okay. All right. So you are able to convert a total of 18 of these overall troops to your cause. How about you, Maggie?
Maggie got an actual speech that she prepared while driving back from Philly earlier and listening to some hip hop.
Okay. I mean, you're free to do it. I
I
still want to roll though.
All right. Okay. So
Give me advantage though. Yeah.
Performance is 23, and then you said add my wisdom modifier.
Yep.
So that's 28, and then she's got giving herself guidance.
Okay.
I guess she could have given bulk too, but so that'd be 31 altogether.
It's actually funnier that she doesn't like listening. She listens to Valk's sermon first and just kind of like, All right, so go ahead and give your sermon because I don't want you to have wasted your time because that sucks.
She gets upwind of the orcs and stands up on a box and like gestures Arianth over and asks her to like light her a cooking fire while she's talking. And then casts thaumaturgy so her voice gets really loud, and like casts it again so her eyes get like a little bit orky. And then rings a dinner bell above her head again with thaumaturgy just to get their attention, and says, "Orcs, my friends, in the evil old days you were used by the Lich in his infinite greed, but the Toral Orc Marine Corps liberated you and made you masters of your own destiny. Now this Lich has sent these abominations and slave drivers to punish your bravery. They see you rolling, they hating, patrolling, trying to catch you riding swervy. We'll drive straight like a stake into a vampire's heart. We'll put these rotting bones to rest so they can return to life and feed the swamp that feeds us." And then she tosses some crock jerky in the fire and kind of like lets it waft over the orcs and says, "Our Lady Hestia, keep us strong and safe. We'll feast with each other tonight, whether it's on these grounds or with you around her hearth." And then kind of snaps her fingers and thunder rolls in the distance.
Oh, that's great. I fucking love it.
Nice.
That's so good. All
Can
right.
Venadia start a slow clap?
Like the look around slow clap too. Like nobody else is gonna start
Yeah.
a slow clap. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Hey, 31 orcs joined, so.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So now, what I would like you guys each to do is make a note of that. You got, what did you say, 38, right? We were just looking at it a second ago here.
It was 31 altogether.
31, sorry. And Valk, you had 20.
I think it was 18.
19. He had 19 on performance check plus his wisdom mod, so whatever that worked out to.
Nice.
But you
Oh,
guys
that's
can make a note of that. You have now converted that many orcs to your particular deity, and if you continue to encourage them, so that Valk, that gives you 1 law point. Maggie, that gives you 1 good point. And depending on the number of orc converts you have, you may notice that certain things start to happen. I will give any units under your guys' command an additional feature that they can use 1 time per this combat of the same thing as guidance, so they can get a d4 on any really any roll. It's like a bardic inspiration type thing. It's combat inspiration, we'll call it.
Cool. Nice.
So that's gonna follow you guys, not so much the orcs. It's gonna be like you guys will get 1 use of that for 1 of them. if that makes sense. Because you guys both managed to convert around a squad full of orcs apiece. Yeah, so we already know Guilfoyle said you don't want any sort of command, right?
Yeah, I think I'm better running off on my own.
Okay. Arianth, you wanted to get some troops. What were you looking to take with you for troops?
I'm thinking at least a mobile unit to tool me around quickly places to take out necromancers.
Okay. Volk, what do you got going on in Venadia? What are your guys' thoughts?
Where is the ground the sturdiest? Because my paladin doesn't like the idea of sinking in the swamp, and he doesn't want that to happen to these guys either, because it already happened to him.
Let's see. On either the north or south side, there is, like, the road has a few trees and stuff around it, but predominantly it is clear, flat ground.
Do we already? Yeah, okay.
And then you've got...
So do we already have anyone stationed at the north end at that point? Because that's where the road is at?
Nope, this is kind of your guys' chance to put extra Marines where you want them in the base. The only rule is that you got to keep them inside the base. As soon as you guys want to start mobilizing outside of the base, that's when the Undead and you are both acting at the same time. And I still got to get initiative rolls from everybody.
And can we tell which of the undead hordes are closest to us at this point? Like from...
Yeah, the one coming from the north is definitely the closest. That's by like a good 150 feet probably.
All right, and there's an abundance of troops left over because a lot of people are going solo.
So far.
All right, since I don't want to be too greedy here, let me get 4 infantry, 2 artillery, 2 mechs, and let's bring them up north.
And yeah, I mean, honestly, you should take as many as you want, because you've got your like extra command ability things. So I think the more under your control, the better.
So can I assign the other portion, like some of those back to the south? Like I'll lead from the north and then send some facing southbound?
Yeah, absolutely. You can definitely do that.
And Zach, are there only openings in the wall to the north and the south?
No, there's openings on all 4 sides. This is not a particularly... It's not like a wall, per se. It's more like kind of shitty orc palisades that got thrown together. Kind of whatever crap trees were available in the area at the time. There wasn't really much. I don't know why...
Sharpened logs sticking out of the ground.
Yeah, like soggy, half-rotten, wet logs
Well,
and shit.
Will it slow them down if like the enemy gets to the wall?
I'll consider that wall difficult terrain. It slows them down about as much as the swamp or anything else would.
Okay.
Maggie
Maybe Maggie will go to the east then.
Okay. Venadia, how many did you want to take troops, or are you looking to act solo?
Yeah, I'll just take some like some foot troops, some infantry.
Okay.
I don't know what we have left.
There's still four infantry, 4 mechs, and 3 artillery, it looks like, based on what you guys have told me so far. And Jen Arianth currently just has 1 mobile infantry unit with her.
And who else is left still to take troops? Is that just me?
I think it's just you.
I mean, I guess I'll take a mobile infantry too, just so for movement.
Just so you got a jeep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I took it.
So I got some wheels.
So yeah, I'll take 3 mobile infantry if they're still up for grabs. And we're going to position ourselves in the which way's... Yeah, the south.
The west towards the forest.
Yeah, in the forest. We'll just be in that tree line there. And can I have my troops like stationed in the trees themselves? Like, can they climb up in the trees and...
Yeah, absolutely.
Wait in there? Yeah, cool.
Yeah, you direct them to do so, and they can scramble right up. That leaves you guys 3 artillery and 4 mechs kicking around. If you want, you can just
Ashnak already
assign.
has.
Sorry, go ahead, Dave.
Ashnak's already got 2.
He's got
Ashnak's
two.
already
He's
got
got
two
two infantry
separate
that are
models.
on him. Yep. And they're just kind of hanging out by the center here as reserve troops for his personal use and shit. But if you guys,
Vanadium, if you plan on going alone to the south there, you might want to take all the troops there.
Well, we still have that other. We have troops coming from 5 different directions, right? So we have like the whole western wall is unguarded right now.
I can take the 3 mechs and guard the west wall, I guess.
Well, I thought we were just
Yeah.
going to try to crush the north and then come back to center.
I could always just hit and move on them too. See if I can drag them off to another direction.
Well, are the mechs fast? I didn't look at their.
they're like the medium speed ones essentially.
Okay.
Artillery is the slowest. The mechs are medium, and the mobile is fastest.
Oh, okay.
Anyone who's trying to draw units
did
in
you say-
a direction should have the artillery because they'll be moving fastest.
Did you say if artillery is with the infantry units, then the infantry units can carry them at
Yep.
their speed?
Yeah, any squad or any group that consists of at least an even number of mobile infantry, we'll say, can move that equipment kind of on the backs of their trucks and things, so they all would gain that speed.
Cool. Nice.
I guess if the closest ones are coming from the north, I'll head towards the north myself so that I can try to take out that Necromancer straight off. But I'll stay behind Tohan.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm also going north to try to get up.
All right. Tohan, were you taking any additional troops or just the one mobile?
Just the one mobile to get me up there.
Gotcha. So I'll put you guys right at the edge of the dirt path to start here, both of you. I'm still gonna link you guys to your troops and stuff here too.
Maybe Maggie will take one more artillery and then suggest that Ashnak kind of hold down the western wall.
Is up north on this map? I'm sorry.
Now it
Up
is.
is east right now. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
just turned
okay.
this, fixed it.
That's where I was getting confused here.
Yeah, sorry. It's
Oh, sorry, shit.
a little bit confusing. And again, I'll lock everything in here in just a second. So I'm sorry, Dave. You want to take one of the mechs with you as well?
No, I said one artillery,
Or
so
artillery?
I think that's 3 mobile, 2 artillery altogether.
Make sure I got the right stuff for you here. 3 mobile, 2 artillery. Yep. All right. So, any other
with
troop-
what's left to,
Go ahead, Jen.
I was gonna say, with what we have left that nobody's chosen, what area is not right now being defended?
Everything to the west.
Yep.
Do we want to just place them in the west and yell commands as we see what's going on?
If you
We
want
can
to
do that,
assign them
but
to me, I
Ashnak
can
will.
do something like that too.
Yeah, Ashnak's,
Cool.
he points out, that he is in fact a person to lead by example, and he is not afraid to lead these troops into battle if you think that's the right thing to do. Being that he has only been a
Staff sergeant.
staff sergeant. Thank you. He's only been a staff sergeant for just so long now. He's not super familiar with command yet, so he appreciates any help that any private contractor such as yourselves could give him.
Zach, I'm sorry. So for my mobile infantry to have the mobility of the vehicles, you said that they have to be 50-50 with the vehicles?
Yeah, it would have to be at least the same amount.
So can I swap in one of my guys for 2 of those so that
you
we
got
can scoot if we have
2
to?
and 2. What are you looking to grab?
Yeah.
The mech or the armor? Or armor or
I
artillery?
could. Oh, I could. Well, I was thinking artillery. But I could do one of each. What do you guys think?
The mechs are mostly useful if you're close to the enemy, which I think, like, to begin, none of us really want to be close to the enemy because,
True.
like, the necromancers are pretty high level. Like, they'll fuck us up.
I was almost thinking
I was
like
gonna say, I
we
wanna
give
be
the
Good
close
eye,
mechs to.
Dave. Good eye.
I was almost thinking we could give the mechs to Ashnak to command,
Yeah.
and he could maybe go to
I
the
think,
west.
I think whenever, like, if the base is approached, as many mechs there as possible is good because they have really nice, like,
Yeah.
short range weapons, and they have.
Yeah.
I think they have, like, some mines. Maybe that's artillery.
Artillery has the claymore mines. Yep.
All right. Well, I'll take 2 artillery then, and I think we should send the mechs with Ashnak.
Position them to the west part of the base there.
That's my feeling.
Somehow wound up turning again.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
And yeah, I would definitely, and, like, as much as possible, like, strike and get away, because if those necromancers can hit us every turn, we're fucked. Like, we need to dwindle their stuff before we take them head on. I think they're higher level than we are, right? I mean, they have level 5 spells.
Yeah, they're no joke. There's a reason
That
that
means they're level 10, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a reason that they're all commanding huge hordes of undead. So they're definitely not somebody that you would want to take on one-on-one. But your party together probably could take them down, especially through subterfuge.
And
things
Zach,
like
are
that.
they the necromancers that created the undead hordes? Like, if we kill the necromancer, does that kill the undead?
Maybe.
No spoilers.
Maybe. I don't know.
All right.
Where is Munley the dog in this?
Munley at this point.
Oh, yeah, Maggie
he's jumped up into the one of the jeeps with you, so he's just riding along in the jeep. He just thinks he's going for a ride. I'm a good boy. I'm getting a ride. So, Ashnak position himself down here to the west. Ashnak tells you he's gonna hold he will hold the line on the fort right there. He won't rush the field of battle to try to meet the enemy. He's gonna wait and make them work their way towards him because this is one of the farthest away groups. He says, but if it looks like you guys are in trouble, just holler and I'll come running.
So Valk and Tohan, what do you guys have with you?
I just have 1 mobile infantry to help me move.
Yeah, so do I.
I brought a bunch. What do I have? I have 4 infantry, 2 artillery, and
2 mechs. Yep.
2 mechs.
All right, sweet.
Figure if the north is closest, let's take those out because that's the most viable threat, and then position the remaining troops as evenly as possible around the perimeter.
I'm actually thinking I might send my 2 mobile. My 2 artillery over to the north and have them double back after the conflict is done in the north. They can swing back down to the south with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arianth and I we're on Necromancer hunting, while you guys engage like the main force.
I love this plan.
Can I ride along then too?
Yep, come with us.
Sure.
Have at it.
Because that was the whole idea for my guy to go scout looking for him.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Good call.
And that's where I.
Are you looking for?
enough.
You're looking for the general or for the necromancer? Because the general's that, like, dwarf guy.
Not to say that the 2 aren't mutually exclusive, or are mutually exclusive. Obviously, he would probably be giving those necromancers commands if he's the general. So somehow he's got to be talking to at least one of them at some point. That's Ashnak's assumption, anyways.
Yeah.
Are there still?
Yeah.
When I initially read that info you gave us, Zach, there was intel about him and his lady love.
Yep.
Are there still orcs trying to grab more intel about that? Will we be getting more intel
You
as we
guys,
play?
Ashnak tells you there are still scouts out and unaccounted for, but he doesn't know how many of them survived. You guys have been hearing. It's the perfect time to kick on my sound effects. Although you guys won't be able to hear the sound effects. Unfortunately, I haven't figured that much out yet. But it'll show up in the video. So if anybody watches the video, you'll hear cool military noises in the background and stuff.
Nice.
So he tells you that they do have scouts all over this area. They're actually not, their majority fighting force is not in this camp right now. The Orc Marines are actually somewhere around 1,500 to 2,000 in number. He doesn't have an exact count, but so that's probably only a quarter of their fighting forces that are stationed here. He says that they've mostly been dispersed to various regions around the area as part of the recon duties that they've been taking on, because they're all new Marines, so they scout the area, they lay down forts and stuff. He has heard of one of them far in the north that has positioned themselves in an old castle along the side of a cliff, and they've taken up residence there, and that is up to the northwest towards the fire wastes, I believe. But I don't have the other map pulled up right now, so I'm not going to try and do it when I've got this many things
No
on my
worries.
computer.
All right, and they can communicate with each other as long as they're with the Lance Corporal, right? Like all these characters can.
As long as nothing happens to that Lance Corporal. Same thing that applies to the vehicles applies to the Lance Corporals. If these things become bloodied, most likely their Lance Corporal has died. I will give them a saving throw, but it's going to be like a 1 death saving throw, and that's it. And it's like DC 10. They either make it or don't. So, so at that point, you have essentially unled troops. So there's some things that might happen there, too, without giving too much away. Oh, I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Howie?
So I just need from you guys an initiative roll.
I thought we did that already.
Yeah.
Oh, did you?
So
Oh, I wasn't watching the chat scroll.
I would not mind a reroll.
Oh, I didn't before, so I'm doing mine right now. 15 on my end.
Still terrible.
Low rolling. You got all those, Zach?
I will. Let's see. 11. Maggie got 11. Put you guys in order.
You want us to reroll?
No, that's okay.
She's Dex 1, so she probably gets the lowest.
You and Guilfoyle tied, it looks like, Dave. No.
But Maggie's got Dex 1. Guilfoyle's probably higher than that, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
18.
yeah, okay, I see what you're saying, sorry. Half paying attention. Tohan, is that you, 21, right? No, that's the old one, right? That's an old one.
No, that's the one I did 45 minutes ago, but yes.
Who am I missing here? Venadia, I didn't see what you got. Did you roll?
I had 12.
12?
Yeah, 12.
Alright.
Hey, Ariane. You got that
Yes.
element. You have that air elemental thing. That's probably going to come in handy.
Nope.
If
Now,
you get
as soon as Dave says that, or I'm sorry, as soon as Maggie says that, you hear a kind of odd British gentlemanly voice speak up and say, "Oh yes, I quite agree." It's a perfect segue. I love it. So looking around, you don't actually see an elderly British gentleman anywhere. You just heard his voice. Then you realize it's coming from your back, where your staff is stowed. And as you look at your staff, you realize the side of this chief of staff that you've procured from this WubG game that you were somehow indoctrinated into has produced a small set of lips, teeth, and a tongue on the side of it.
Jeez.
And it says, I quite agree with your cleric friend there. She seems to know what she's talking about. There just doesn't, there doesn't seem to be a better opportunity to use it. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well,
Please,
thank you,
please
Staff.
allow me to introduce myself. My name is Reginald Stafford, Chief of Staff here. So,
I love it.
may I be of a bit of assistance today with you?
Certainly. Why don't you tell me what your powers are and what you are capable of?
Well, to put it mundanely, I'm real good at whacking people, bopping them right on the noggin. And also, if you happen to be a magical sort of lass or lady, whichever you are, he says I'm quite good at assisting on those sorts of knowledge quests. If you have any questions about magic, feel free to ask me. Now, what this means meta-wise is he gives you advantage on all Arcana checks, and he is +6
Nice.
to hit, and he does whatever a regular quarterstaff +2 does for damage. So we can just bop that on.
I forgot I had the chief of staff. That's right. I do have that written down. Is that something I can add to the beyond?
That's something that I kind of came up with myself, fabricated, sort of.
You'll probably be able to add a
But
stat
Fair
plus
enough.
2.
I can make
All right.
one. Yeah, I can definitely make like
Yeah,
a,
you can
a
custom.
special item.
You can custom make it. That's what I did for the Abacus of Fast Counting. Oh shit! Speaking of which, Maggie's gonna negotiate, I guess, their wages before they go.
All right.
So
You're trying to convince them to negotiate your wages with the bursar's office, or whatever they call it in the military.
yeah, so I have no. David
Oh, I
has
forgot
no
about that.
clue what money is reasonable, in this game. But she has noticed that her revive spell costs 300 gold pieces, and feels like adding another 100 is fair for the risk that they're taking with their lives.
Okay, so you're trying to get
Is
400,
that insane
400
to
gold
ask for
pieces.
400 gold?
It's not insane. I would
Is
say
that insane to ask for?
no. I would say that the DC on that for a persuasion check would be somewhere in the realm of like we'll say a 17, because it's not super easy to do because you're
Okay.
gonna have to like convince them, but it's not probably not out of this world. You know what I mean? You're not asking for $1 million. You're saying like,
What do y'all think?
And is that are you saying for all of you
Yeah.
guys for this Blackwater Ops
Oh
job?
no,
that
I'm
he's-
saying each.
Oh, each. Okay, in that case, it's gonna be a little higher. That's. So if you're trying to negotiate for the whole group though to like get each of them that much pay.
Yeah, because it's like at this point they could really benefit. Like their spellcasting could really benefit from a lot of money. Otherwise, Maggie doesn't really give a shit. But
Okay. Go ahead and roll me
Yeah.
your persuasion check. I'm gonna say DC on this.
I
is-
have a +6. I have a +6 on persuasion if that's helpful.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
so she's got advantage on it.
the DC on this is gonna be what did I say before? 17. I'm gonna roll a D6 and add that to it. All right, so +5, so 23. We'll say to try to get there.
Oh, jeez.
Oh shit.
It's
All right,
a
she
little
got
rough,
17.
but- She rolled a 17. Okay, so they kind of look at you and they're like, "Well, you haven't proven yourself in battle yet, so why don't we say we'll pay the 300 for now, and if you do well, maybe it'll be for a pay upgrade soon."
I'll take that.
She says, "Yeah, fair enough.
All right.
Literally the cost of our lives."
Mhm.
It's all right. You can collect your pay at the end of the month.
Maggie remembers
Fucking
the
government
accent, so
jobs,
these
man.
guys have-
Government jobs. 4-week pay schedules.
Maggie remembers that Ashnak said these guys probably won't make it through the battle, and it says, "Hey."
I'm sorry, what she says? What?
She says, "Okay."
Okay. All right. So.
Or we'll check with you later.
Right then. All right. So at this point, put you guys back in order. I have written down here. It's gonna be Tohan, and then it looks like Arianth. Then the Undead are gonna go. And I'm just gonna do them all on the same initiative order. So it's gonna be all 5 of them moving it each time. Hopefully my turn doesn't get all long if you guys get into the thick of shit. Did that. Did that. Then Venadia. Then Guilfoyle, Maggie, and then Val.
And Guild after Venadia.
Oh, it's Guilfoyle after Venadia? Wait, I'm sorry, what?
Oh, no, I was asking. I didn't
Sorry.
hear Guilfoyle, but
It's
I meant like.
okay, so it's Tohan, Arianth, the Undead, Venadia, Guilfoyle, Maggie, and Valk. I'll actually pop it up in the corner of the screen as like some small text too, so hopefully you guys will be able to see it.
Cool.
So, Zach, with my chief of staff, I can at any point in time ask it about a magical item and he can give me information?
Yes. He says, "Oh, absolutely. I love to talk about magic items." Now, again, meta-wise, it doesn't mean that he's going to know everything about everything, but he gets basically, he'll give you our advantage on your Arcana check about it, and that gets RP'd essentially as like him knowing some shit about it. Guilfoyle.
Very handy.
Do we all still have 10 hit points from the like rat drink?
I still have 5 temporary hit points from the juice.
Oh,
Okay.
right,
I think I forgot to
the
add
fruit
that.
punch. I almost forgot about that. Let's see, select font and make it not fucking oversized here. That size, okay.
Are we supposed to still have our 5 temporary?
I thought he said we had them until we use them.
Yeah, yeah, they stay with you until you use them for those ones.
Oops. Mine were gone. Hang on. Put them back on.
Oh, I did get the undead in there. Okay, good. Alright, so there we go. Initiative
Maggie's
order
gonna
up
cast.
right.
Maggie's gonna cast Aid on the whole party, so that gives everyone another 5 temporary hit points.
Sweet.
Sweet.
Alright, so from this point forward, we're going to be in initiative order, so we're going to follow right through with it. So, Tohan, that would be you first.
How far can the mobile infantry carry me? Like how many squares?
So each square is 20. Their movement is 30, but they have their movement abilities as well, so I believe that total without, like, just burning all their actions, it's 120 feet. So 6 squares.
Okay, so I'm gonna move 6 squares toward the enemy.
Okay. Make sure that I got
Of the 14.
you and not somebody else here.
There I am.
Did you guys want to function as like a? Did you want to all ride together then?
Sure.
Okay.
Yep.
Because that actually would probably be to your advantage on a recon team, because each turn, the person in control is kind of going to be able to move the group. So you guys are actually kind of getting bonus actions by doing that. I didn't really consider that, but that's okay. We'll let it ride. It's like you're switching off cars and stuff, gassing up. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 60.
It's like my normal movement's 40. I could probably beat these things if on
Yeah, like honestly, most of you guys can probably run faster. And then my assumption is it's because it like takes a couple minutes for fucking people that are dragging their ass and stuff. Like they're orcs. They're not necessarily. They're still, even though they're Marines and they're badass, they're still fucking orcs. So they still do dumb, lazy shit all the time. Oh, what do you mean we gotta stop playing dice? There's like fights going on around them, and they just stop in the middle, and they're like shooting CeeLo. One's just looking at a butterfly. Let's see. Would it be easier for you guys to be back on the map only now? Probably be a little bit easier.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
And then if you guys have any actual like, I just figured during your discussion it might be easier to see each other face to face, so that we're not trying to talk over each other, not knowing who's talking. But let me get rid of this dice.
I think I'll remember what everyone looks like.
Yeah. All right.
I'll try.
So let's see. Oh, and of course now I gotta move our text over too. Sorry. Do that from studio, but let's not do that. Page chat. Did that text go map chat? Copy. Go back over to map only and paste. Right. This works. Paste reference. Bam. There we go. There's our initiative order. Bloop. Okay. So yeah, so Tohan, that's your movement. That's burning all of their actions. You still have, that's, what did we say? You burnt your one commander action. By giving him the extra movement there.
Okay.
I'm assuming, like, to get your 120 feet. Yeah. So you would still be able to act. I don't know if there's anything you actually want to do.
I don't think there's anything I can do from this far away.
Okay.
Well, wait. Can we use rally every single turn?
Once per turn, yeah.
Giving our so every time we're not doing something active, we can give our troops temporary hit points.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
Yeah, if you guys are gonna do that, just let me know and I can actually add it right into the stats here on the minis. We'll see how it goes. Alright, so if there's nothing else for you, Tohan, that would be Arianth. Would you like to continue your forward trek?
How far away from them are we at this point?
Right now,
Like 260.
yeah. From that point to that point that's nine squares worth, so that's just under 200 actually. And then so another, however far that is. Yeah, so it's about 200 to the front lines.
And what can I visualize at this point? Can I like pick out like individuals?
At this point, you still do not see any particular like commander in charge or anything. Pretty much right now, you just see hordes of zombies out in the front lines, and those are followed up by hordes of these skeletons with bows. And you can still hear their war drums and flutes and things going off in the background.
Is there any forest around where they are?
Just like the shrub brush and shit that's hard to move through. Nothing that's like heavy cover. It's all just the just mucky bullshit.
Oh, is it? It's mucky, so it's not particularly
it's
flammable
wet.
or anything. Okay. All right. What do you think? Should I just move us forward?
Yeah, we don't want to outpace the main column because they need to engage them, so we can take out that Necromancer.
I'll be right back.
Don't you have a spell, Arya? Or
I'm sorry, what?
I'm trying to say this. You have a spell that fits that range, right?
I have spells that go 120 feet max in range, but I can if I need to, I can spend a spell point to double the range of it. I don't want to do
Gotcha.
that until I know where the Necromancer is.
For sure.
Right.
Your chief of staff speaks up and just says, "Well, I know that back from my day back in the Queen's service, we always kept our commanders in the back. We tried to keep all of our officers safe. So generally they're at the back of the engagement, military wise. This chief of staff guy is great for exposition.
Thank you, Chief of Staff. All right.
While I've got you here, before I forget, you really should talk to your cleric friend there about that item that was shipped with me. I think it might be quite interesting for you to take a look into it. You see, it's one of the Rod of Seven Parts. Much as am I.
Interesting.
Yeah, this is...
Is this something that pertains to our current situation?
Oh, no, sorry, just a side thought.
Thank you. Please remind me of it later.
Oh, of course, I will. Yes, I'll set a reminder. Siri, set a reminder.
All right. Well, shall I move us forward then?
Okay. I'm gonna go with that's a yes. I'm thinking. Let me see. 6 more squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, roughly. Okay, so that closes about half the distance between you guys.
Okay, and I still have an action now, right?
Yes. Yes.
And so how? So now we're 100 feet away?
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 100 to 120 feet. You're within your 120 feet range of the front lines, at least.
And now all I see is I still only see like a wave of like skeletons and zombies at this point.
You can tell that there's a contingent of Durgar towards the back somewheres, and you could assume that the Necromancer's in the back somewhere.
But but the back would, how far away would back be?
Let's see.
So, because you're in command of that unit, you can use them to make 4 attacks, +9 to hit, 2d8 piercing damage at a range of 240. You don't even need to be that close to fire at that.
Yep. So you are from you to the back of the group is 120 feet exactly. To the very back edge of their troop.
All right, what can so I have something on my, with all the troops to, that I could attack them right now?
Yeah, on your mobile infantry actually has the ability, although they can't because they burned their actions and stuff, so they actually don't have an attack action this turn. But yes, they are within range of their M16s, which would be their fire at will action.
All right, good to know for Guilfoyle's turn. All right,
Guilfoyle is not commanding any of the units. He's just riding in the back.
Well,
but on your next turn, or Gohan's next turn, you absolutely could. You have a personal action left, though, for sure.
Okay.
Technically, you guys all could.
I don't want to waste one of my good level spells, but let me attack with whatever I can at 120 feet, being my max with my firebolt bolt spell.
Okay.
Alright, hold on 1 second. I'll roll for. 11.
Okay. So at these zombies for 11, I believe that is a hit, if I remember correctly. Is it down there? Next one. That is a hit. Go ahead and roll your damage. You said it was for firebolt, right?
Yep. So 8 plus my 6 for my spell bonus would be a 14.
Okay. Here. So I have to unlock these guys. Loop. Were you targeting any of the specific groups? You said you were just targeting the frontline zombies?
Yeah, whatever I could see in front of me
Okay.
that was closest to us.
Okay, so we'll just pop it under these guys then. So 11 damage coming off from here. We're at 49. It's nice because not having physical character sheets, I can just keep track of it all right on the actual minis themselves. So that's kind of cool. All right.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Arianth, your turn is done then, and it is now their turn. It is actually now all of their turns. So I will relink these guys real quick. 6. Their movement is shitty. It's like 20 feet, I think. Speed is 20. Yeah, so they're only literally going to move forward like one step because shambling fucking zombies.
Slow is fine with me.
Yeah, it's like I was throwing the term around with Nick the other day of war of attrition. It's just gonna be slow and painful.
Hey, I'm back. Sorry.
No worries. It's actually perfect because I think it's Vanadia's turn next, right? Yep. Vanadia, you are facing to the east, correct? No. You are facing to the south. Aha. Alright, what would you like to do? Oh, you're on mute, Nick.
Thank you.
Yep.
At this time, the infantry are with me up in the trees. They have orders to just remain silent till they get the order to drop down and strike with me. The artillery, what is the range of the shells?
We said 90 to 40.
Okay.
I think.
And how far away are the troops down the road there to the south?
There's some to the southwest and some to the southeast. The closer of the two is to the southwest. They are about 460 feet away from you.
All right, so I'm just gonna ready an action for them. That whenever the enemy comes within range, that they'll start shelling them.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna start every turn in between now and then. I'm just gonna start rallying and just take these guys up with temporary hit points.
Okay, ready action.
I like that you're like up in the trees, like, whispering to them, like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, guys, you got this."
This is gonna be awesome.
What did we say that is again? I should have printed these all this stuff out for myself so I could have closed this window down. So really, we said it was so they each get 5 plus your charisma modifier. So what would that be?
Oh, sweet.
Now that we got it moved. See, your charisma modifier would be a 3, so that's 8 together. to your troops, able to gain 8 additional hit points. They're over there chugging whatever's in their flasks. I do wish that I could have used these as reference models to each other, so that when I changed one of them, it changed like whatever ones are linked. But I don't.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how to do that on here. I'm pretty sure there is a way to do that, but that's beyond me.
So what's gonna be their hit points right now? They're all
Up to 88.
88. Cool. All right.
Okay. If there's nothing else for you, then that brings us to Guilfoyle.
Yeah, so where is our group?
Uh,
I think we're trying to stay near our troops, but we are looking for the leader.
You guys are right now on kind of a crash course with this group to the north. You are accompanying these guys, but you are not in charge of any, or in command of any units, as you elected not to be. So you are free to take whichever actions you would like, sir.
All right, so we're all, so we're trying to move around and look for the leader.
Yep.
And we're all in a jeep.
No, several jeeps. Yeah, it's like a troop of mobile guys, but yeah.
Okay, let's move and let's try and move around behind this group.
So both of their actions have been taken, like their command units. So you're free to move your character, but the group itself, like the only reason that they're able to do it together is because they were functioning as a temporary like kind of regiment.
Oh, okay, I thought all three of us were in the same. Well, then I just use an action to start looking around at this group.
Okay.
And they're only what 60, 80, 200
Yeah,
feet away.
they're close enough.
Looking for any big bads.
You can pull up a pair of military binoculars that you find in the back seat, and you're kind of scanning the crowd here a little bit. Go ahead and make me a investigation check. Correct.
14.
Okay. And let me roll for that. Find out if you see the things. You see the things. You spot the Necromancer. He is definitely at the back of the group. You do not see any obvious signs of a commanding officer in this group. Like, and you're pretty sure, like, you've scouted the entire place, and you're like, I don't see him here.
Okay.
All right.
Are you
So
staying
we know
with?
where the Necromancer
Staying
is.
with him?
Yeah. Can I shoot as well at that group?
Yeah,
I mean, obviously
absolutely.
they see us.
Yep. If any of them that you're within range of, and like now, I would say that Jen, because he's seen him, he can point them out to you, so you can specifically
Awesome.
target that Necromancer now that you've spotted the commander.
Awesome.
I only rolled an 8 to hit, so.
Well, if you're fired into the zombies, that hits. You plug one.
Oh,
Go ahead and
okay.
roll damage. I mean, they're packed together so tight, one arrow might go through 4 of them.
24 damage.
All right. $24. So down to 46. That's a hell of an arrow.
It's the M16 with sneak attack
Oh,
damage.
right. Sorry. I was thinking ranged attack. Nice. So yeah, so you're able to just pop up from the back of the Jeep then and just start plugging zombies. Why not? Okay. It is now Maggie's turn. Let me find you over here.
Nice.
Oh,
Should be on the east edge, right?
yep, there you are.
So how far is she from those troops at this point?
Let's find out. Alright, from the front lines to your front lines. Looks like. Better shot here. Right around 200 feet, a little bit less.
Okay. Wow, they're already that close. All right, so if she uses the like special commander ability attack, That is that separate from the unit's attack, or is that the same attack? You know what I mean?
That's a separate attack. It's like you basically give them a free attack by using that on your turn. Sorry,
Okay.
I should specify. I think that's like an additional action to your actions. I didn't specify that beforehand. Like you can do any one of those three things on your turn, and then still take your turn. Essentially, it's like that's just your command action.
Okay, now I understand the 200 feet thing because before I didn't get that. All right, cool. Well, yeah, all the units she's with have 240 range, so they're gonna start firing.
All right. And you get literally one, I believe one, or whatever you're doing for their attack. So it's just a. What the hell is it? I wrote it down.
Do I roll separately for each unit, each of the 5 units?
For the legendary action, it is for their basic attack, whatever that is, like their regular action. So it'd be like for the mobile infantry, it'd be like your fire at will or bayonets would be fine to roll.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I'm saying,
for each squad, yes, you do. You get a separate action for like a separate attack for roll for each squad.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with that, just like the separate action that each squad has, and then finish off with the legendary action. Is that how it works?
Yeah, we can do it that way.
Cool. All right. So it says fire at will. Roll a d20 plus 9 to hit. Make 4 attacks.
Yeah, well, so here's what I'm gonna let you do is roll 4d20, and then we'll add 9 to all of them, so that we'll know. You know what I mean?
Roll 4d20 right now.
Yeah, just so do it that way, because otherwise you're gonna be trying to find something on your thing with plus 9 and.
Yeah. What is she rolling for? Because she's got 3 mobile and 2 artillery, right?
I'm assuming for your mobile first.
Yeah.
So go ahead. So we can do like 12d20 for your attacks and see which hit.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. 12d20, and then essentially add 9 to each.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus, this is complicated. All right. So.
Let me pop up the.
You want me to read them off to you, or?
No, I got them on chat here. All right. So we got. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I see. Never mind. I'm not getting the full thing. I want to see all of the dice rolls. Huh. That's weird. It's only showing me 3 of them.
It should be.
Oh, there we go. Okay, I just gotta hover. I see. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes on that. So. Go ahead and roll your damage for 5 attacks. I said that the damage was on these things.
So 2d8 piercing.
Yep. So it's gonna be
right.
so it's gonna be 10d8 piercing damage.
Okay. 10.
At least this is the easy one. We just need to see the total.
So 33
okay,
altogether.
So 33. So I'm gonna go. Essentially, these guys firing. They're just gonna start picking from the left off to simplify things, so that I don't have to have you guys choose targets and shit too.
They're aiming towards the back as much as possible. Like her instructions to the troops are aim for the Necromancer,
okay.
Which she is assuming is in the back center.
All right. So we'll say you start over here at the in the center then. So 6, one like that. 33 damage off from one group. Speed 27. Okay. Alright, so you do some serious damage to the zombies in the center of the lines, but they are still there, essentially. They are, however, close to bloodied.
Okay.
Or maybe even bloodied. I think they were bloodied. 627. 27. Yes, they are. They are in fact bloodied at this point.
Nice.
All right, and then your artillery, if you want to select which attack that you want to do with them, and then roll.
Oh yeah.
Roll 2.
They only have one ranged one, right?
I believe so. Yeah. Sorry.
Oh no, they have the
Double scrolling.
50 cal and the mortar shell. So they're
They do have a 50 cal. You're right.
so they're doing the mortar shell because 50 cal is lower, right? It's just good for flying.
Yep.
All right. So two or do I roll 2d20?
Yep. For both your groups.
And then +6 to hit.
And don't forget, you can one time in this battle give any group that you want to give that D4 to as well, like just once. But
Cool. Okay.
sorry, I switched off.
So she rolled. So it's 7 + 6 for each to hit.
7 plus. Okay, I see what you're saying. So +6. So that's gonna be. They both hit. So go ahead and roll damage.
8d12.
Yeah. One of the Orc Marines yells out, "Let's kick their dead asses!"
To make their dead asses deader. Another 33, oddly enough.
Alright. So because... and what was the other thing on that? It was...
So there's an extra
It's actually
shrapnel thing.
hit all enemies within 10 feet must make a save. So, okay, so we'll say these guys are now dead. Because it was a direct hit on that same group there. And then they need to make a... Dex save. Zombies are fucking shitty at that.
Nice.
I remember Dex is like 8. They make it. Wow, clean. Okay, so they take half that damage. Right? Half that on successful save, yep. Okay.
So roll 4d12.
No, you said you got 33 last time, right?
Right.
Oh,
And then
yeah,
the
yeah. I'm
additional
sorry.
shrapnel damages.
Forgetting my own homebrew here. Yes, go ahead, roll 4d12, and then they'll take half of whatever you roll.
Alright, so it's 26, so 13 damage.
Okay. Make sure I don't hit enter and fuck up that. Okay, and then you are still free to use your legendary action.
And
your
she's
commander
also... They haven't moved yet, so they can still move
That's correct.
at the end of this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She will use... Okay, so you're saying with the legendary action, she chooses one of these 5 units to make the one weapon attack if she attacks, or is that for each of them?
No, it's for all of them.
Okay.
It's meant to like rally your
Cool.
troops all around.
Okay, so yeah, attack again then. So do I just do everything I just did all over, basically?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at it and going, man, this is probably a slower system than I should have devised. I was looking at possibly just using the successes versus failures method, where you just measure out the number of troops there are, roll that many dice against each other, 5s or wins, but I thought that might be more complicated than just trying to stick with D&D, but this is going to go kind of slow, unfortunately.
It's not too slow. I mean, it's like, she just took out 1.5 units, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they're meant to hit like trucks, but we wobbly like Jello. That's the way that I look at it.
gotcha. All right, so we'll start with the 3 infantry units again.
Okay.
So 12d20. Is that right?
Yep, sounds right.
All right, so that's the 12d20 and then +7 on each of them.
Yeah, and actually thinking about it, you probably would have had more hits because I think I did my math wrong on the last one. Okay, so looking at all these +7s.
Or sorry, it's +9 for the fire at will.
Is it not? Do the hovery thing. There we go. Yeah, actually, all of those are gonna hit. Jesus.
Nice.
We're mowing down these undead bastards.
That's right. All right. So 2d8 times 3, so 6. Or no, wait, is that right?
Scrolling up for the mobile.
Wait.
For the will action. Yep, 2d8.
Okay, so
Times
times 3, so 68.
Yes, times
So that's 30 damage, aimed at the Necromancer as much as possible.
Uh, 30. Okay, so you're still not able to get to the Necromancer, but you are able to hit some of these skeletons in the back here too. However, being that they're skeletons, they take half damage on piercing damage. They are resistant
Jerks.
to it. Yep. Well, bullets pass through rib spaces and stuff.
Shit.
But we will say that a little bit of the damage makes it over to here too.
Yeah, I mean, these are orcs firing weapons.
Yeah,
so-
exactly. And they haven't been Marines
No
that
offense.
long. So for the artillery units,
Do the same thing again.
Yeah, go
so,
ahead.
2d6 or 2d20 plus 6 each.
20 plus 6, yep.
All right, so that is a 23 and a 13.
So it's both going to hit. Go ahead and roll damage on them.
All right, and damage is 4d12. So 8. All right, so that's 49 fire damage.
Okay. So these guys are able to completely obliterate these guys.
Burn their
1,
bones.
2, 3. It looks like in 10 feet it's going to just be these 3. We roll their saving throw. They did not make that saving throw. So go ahead and roll your damage on them.
So 2d12.
Yeah, for the mortar.
All right, so 4d12 altogether is 41.
1. Okay. These zombies are fucking toast. Oh my god. See, these guys are bloodied now. 19 points left. That's good.
At this point, are the orcs just smashing their foreheads together and just like
Oh
screaming?
yeah, they're straight. They're orc ball teaming right now. It's all locker room shit. They're into it. All right. So I think that wraps up your turn, Maggie.
Well, Maggie.
Oh, you still
has
have you
her
still
action.
have your turn. That's right. So go ahead.
And then they can all move after this, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. So she is going to, let's see. She's gonna fire crossbow. I don't think anything else has the range.
all these M16s. Whip. Just one. So,
Well, does she have a clear shot on the Necromancer now?
yeah, she can. I would say that she doesn't have clear line of sight on him. He is still blocked by the skeletons. But I'll give you if you want to make a called shot and kind of try to aim in that direction. I'll give it to you at disadvantage and say that you could try to be targeting him with disadvantage. Might piss him off.
Okay. What can she hit for sure? Or what can she see?
She can definitely see these 2 groups of zombies and all 4 groups of skeletons in the front lines here. She could target any of those. And again, she knows that.
Nah, not worth it. She's going for that. She's going for that motherfucking Necromancer.
Okay, go ahead and roll 2d20 and give me the lowest. What do we got? Or just right click it and do disadvantage?
Oh, whoops.
Either way
Okay. I rolled 22 and then I rolled 18.
18, okay. Let's roll over and double check. I think that might actually hit him.
Yeah, it's got 15 plus.
Yep. Does. He's Sorry, go ahead.
So, 9 damage.
9 damage. Okay.
Man, Maggie fucking hates necromancers. She made that shot and did max damage. Just like powered by rage at this point.
That was an epic turn.
Powered by rage and by surrounded by your newfound orc religious followers. They're fanatics about Hestia now. They saw your ass just fucking wipe out half a regiment in one turn. Like, well, maybe not a half, but a good fucking amount.
All right, and then they're gonna back up. How many feet did you say they are from the front line? Or actually, how many feet are they from the necromancer?
Specific to where you just saw your arrow fly. 120 times, so exactly 240 feet. So you're just in range too of your crossbow, correct? It's 240, right?
She actually has 320. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It's actually 320.
Yeah, that's what I have on mine too, 320.
Oh, that could just be what it is.
I think maybe crossbows have more range, less damage, or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so where would you like everybody to move?
So they can move. They can move 30 feet. Is that right?
Yes. So you can get about a square and a half each time for each of their movements.
If they get into the forest, do they have cover?
Into like the forest on the edge of camp?
Yeah.
Yeah, they could be partial cover for any units that are touching a tree.
Okay, do that. Yeah, they retreat into the trees.
So you're able to get to about there. So at least half your regiment has partial cover, we'll say. Like any of the ones in the back, like your artillery and this guy probably.
Cool.
All right. Holy crap, Maggie, good job.
That's it.
Indeed.
Warden Valk.
That was a fine turn.
Last but not least on this round of combat, we come to you, sir. That's not
Okay, we're stationed up at the north. Is that right?
I believe so. As soon as I can find it here. I'm gonna put you northy, north. Yep, up here. There we go.
Okay, I'd like to move.
Get some kind of view going on here. There we go.
There's different movement speeds on these units, right? So
Yeah, so you can just take the top one, which should be 30. Because since you're functioning as an entire regiment, again, you've got like this shared ability kind of thing going on, being Marines. Remind me. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Remind me the range. Like, how far away are we now from the units to the north? Like, we're not in firing distance where we're sitting right now, correct?
I don't think so. You are 14 times 20, so 240,
280.
280, yeah. Shit, college level math. Oh no.
Okay, so let's move 30 30 feet closer up north on the road, sturdy ground.
Okay. Say, that's your 30. Right there.
Okay, but I'm still not in attack range. But don't I get 2 legendary commander?
You get 2 legendary command abilities, yes.
So help me understand how charge works. Like, if I tell these guys to charge, does that mean they get an extra movement of 30 feet?
Oops. So the way it read in the book, all the way up at the top of the page here. So charge means, yes, they move up to their speed as your legendary action. So you could actually do that twice.
So we could move, then move again,
Yep.
and then would we be in attack range?
I believe so. see, that would be 30 to right.
Because that would drop it to 220. So I don't think we'd take any penalties on the ranged fire, correct? Or would we?
You guys would be to right about. Your front guy would be right in there if you moved 60 feet, just using those 2 legendary actions.
But would that spend my turn? I wouldn't be able to attack?
That does not spend your turn. That's just your legendary commander actions.
Okay. So
like your guys would all still have their attack actions as well. Like,
all right. So I think we should charge forward again, and if we're in range, unleash hell.
okay, so here's your first move. Let me just check and make sure that your first charge action actually puts you just inside range. It puts you at about 210, 220.
Okay, and so every unit has, is able to attack, and there won't be any disadvantage, correct?
Yes. And you actually would still have one of your legendary attack or your legendary commander actions left because you only needed to use one to get within range.
Okay, then I'm going to say to attack, fire at will for the infantry.
Okay. What you have, it looks like 4 of. So go ahead. That is 16 total attacks at whatever at plus 9.
16 20s.
16 d20s.
Oh, fun.
I should have thought this out. It's not bad. Once you hover on it, I can just kind of look along
all the dice everywhere.
Yeah. Can you imagine doing this in real life? It'd be awful. All right, so ironically, these guys' armor class is so low that pretty much everything other than a natural 1 hits them anyways, so it's not that hard. It looks more complicated than the math actually is.
I did get a 20 in there, if that matters.
That means that we'll let you roll an extra set of damage dice, like 1 extra damage dice on it, because it indicates that one of the shots was a crit.
I see 2 of them.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm trying to hover over it again. It's
Did I ruin everything with what I did there, or is that how you do it?
No, that's exactly right. I'm just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So let's see. So yeah, that's gonna be. Go ahead and roll damage on 16 successful attacks. Shit. Yeah.
And
actually,
what's that? How D12s?
I believe so.
Or what is it? Sorry.
For your infantry? No, that's okay. It's like I said, this is all a very homebrewy, wonky fucking situation. So, where's their action? Right there. Okay, so it's going to be 32d8.
Oh god.
Yeah. Thank God it adds them for me.
Oh god.
At least I just need the total on this one. I don't need to read them.
No, don't ignore that roll. That was an oopsie daisy. Okay. Sorry, guys. God, 32 of these things. God, it doesn't stop.
You gotta do it by hand.
Unfortunately.
One after another. Yeah, if I had thought of it, I probably would have nerfed some of the damage stuff a little bit and just given them less hit points. Probably would have been smarter.
That number.
Is 142 correct? Is that what everybody's saying? I do believe.
Mm-hmm.
All right. See, 1, 2. That is going to be enough, I think, to kill at least 2 of these units. Come on, give me the race. 1, that's going to be gone. It's 120, and then these guys are going to be down by 28 points. So they are not quite bloody, but they're close. 32. Okay, that's your infantry.
And that included my crit rolls, right?
Go ahead and roll me another D12. What was it? D12, 2D8. Go ahead and roll two more D8. And we'll add that in too. Might as well. Because no, it didn't.
Well, that's one. Come on, just roll it. Okay, and there's my second one. Huzzah. 10 more.
10 more. Okay. Okay, so they're marked. All right. You still have your 2 mech units and your 2 armor or artillery units. Sorry. Did you get a look at the stats, Bob, or no?
So I did, and I'm wondering, am I also allowed to command the artillery units? Can they do the fire mortar into the crowd
Absolutely.
from here? Yeah. So let's do that for those guys. And so, what do I have to do for that? Sorry.
Fire mortar was. I'm in the wrong section here. I'm in the armor.
I'm looking for it too. So.
2d12. Let me see.
Yeah,
or
but
40.
just wondering.
So they already get a +3 to their ranged attacks. So factor that in. Mortar shell +6 to hit, and that's including the +3 to attack. So +6 to hit, 4d12 fire damage on a hit.
Yeah, so just roll how many d20s on that? Just 2? Or
Yes,
one
just,
for each?
just 2.
Okay. Oh, God. All right, I might have to do this manual because, oh, never mind. It started to work again. Maybe. Did those rolls come up for you yet?
They're rolling right now. So 15 and a
That's
20
another-
+6, so
Yeah,
they're both going to
and
be
that's-
hits. So go ahead and roll 8d12 to see, or I'm sorry. Yeah, 8d12 fire damage for these guys.
And is that one roll a crit too? The another 20?
Oh, yes, you're right. So that's going to make it 10d12? No, before 12d12. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
12d12. Hang on.
Sure, somebody's DM doesn't know how to balance an encounter. I'll give you a hint, it's your guys' DM.
Oh.
It's me.
I mean, like, those necromancers could kill each of our characters in, like, 1 or 2 hits. So.
Yeah, and the Durgar warriors don't seem like any slouches either.
Yeah, they're
There's our
definitely
12.
tougher.
There's our 12d12.
Okay, I'm trying to find north on my map again here. I accidentally moved it. Alright, so 66 damage. That's going to definitely take out these guys. Start with those guys. And then... Come on, just give me the hit points. So the problem is that their stats are so freaking long. 66. These guys would be down to like, yeah, 15-ish. Doesn't matter that much. Saving throw for these guys. Oh man. Oh man. Okay. They got a 1 on their saving throw. That sucks. So go ahead and roll your additional 2d12 damage. Twice. 4d12 damage because it's both successful attacks.
As soon as it wakes up on me here. Might have to go manual in a second.
Yeah, no worries if you got it. It's fine.
All right, 4d12, you're going to have to trust me. 5, 7, 8,
Okay.
and 11.
Alright, so 31. Alright, so they definitely are dead. Bam. I'll even say some of these skeleton warriors take some damage too. Let's see. I'm gonna get a spot where I can actually see their hit points. So that's 31. So, alright, so as much as skeletons can be bloodied, these two groups are both now also bloodied. Well, I definitely have feedback for the creator of the book. That's for sure.
And I still have a legendary action, correct?
You have one more legendary action. Yep.
That went well, men. Attack again.
Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. You actually, technically, your mechs haven't gone yet either.
I don't think the mechs are in range to do anything, though, are they? I don't think they can go past like 40 feet with those missiles, can they?
Oh yeah.
No, and I think that they can only jump their distance too. So yeah, you're probably right.
The mechs will just stay behind for now.
Yeah, they're meant to be bashers more so than shooters.
Yeah, if anything gets through, I'm going to use those guys to just beat the living crap out of that rabble. But yeah, we're going to fire on them again. So fire at will again. So what am I up? God damn it!
Still 16 d20.
Oh God. By the way, this might be my first and last turn, just because. Yeah.
Bob,
Huh? What was that?
I was gonna say, do you want to bring it up on your phone? That's what I've been doing. Just like,
I literally have been trying to do that. It's just super slow. I'm sorry for the delays, guys. What's that number again, please, Zach?
It would be 12 d20 for your mobile. Yeah, this might be one of those.
I thought you said 16.
Or 16. I'm
Didn't
sorry.
you say 16?
Yeah, 16 because
Yeah.
he's got 4, not 3. Yeah, this might be one of those games that only lasts like 2 combat rounds for the entire session. But it looks like you guys are doing some fucking nasty damage anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be cool if we can get through 2 rounds.
One of those was a critical miss, unfortunately. So,
Okay.
but I got a 16, 11, 19. I think I might have only rolled 12, so I might have to roll 4 more.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You did.
Yep.
You rolled 12. I got 13 on there.
All right,
4,
let me see if I can
7, 8.
get 3 more.
Oh, no, you're right. 12. So yeah, go ahead. Roll 4
It's
more.
12, yeah.
Yeah. You just missed
Yeah, working on it.
So I see 2 misses.
All right. I'm getting annoyed. I'm going manual again. So how many more you need? 3, Zach?
Go ahead, roll 4 more.
4 more, you got it. 11, 6,
Hit.
an 8, and a 15.
All right. So yeah, we will say, if you want, we can guesstimate damage on that again. We'll just go. We'll what did you get last time on your damage? 66.
Well, that was for the artillery
Oh, that was for
mortar
the
shells.
Okay, so to expedite, how about we do this? There's 4 of these guys there. Roll me a d4, and I'll tell you how many of them you just killed.
Oh my God.
Because they've only got like 60 hit points each, so you're gonna wind up doing a mass amount of damage again. Even on a shit
God
roll.
damn it, 1.
Okay. Alright, so you guys are able to your guys are able to just destroy the shit out of. We'll say that you got like 60 and killed one of the guys that was still pretty well full.
Was that just the infantry? Do
yeah,
I do
you
artillery
can
now?
still do 2 more attacks for your artillery, absolutely.
Which is two more d20s or 4 more? I forget.
For artillery, it's just 2.
Just 2, right? Got it.
Yeah, not a fan of that multi-attack shit. That takes way too long. I sounded fun, but in practice, it's a lot more annoying than I realized.
All right, let's see if it works for me now. Okay, there we go. 19 and an 8.
Both hits. So go ahead and roll your damage, which would be 8d12. You can, if you want to just
With
roll
the
a
plus
d12 and multiply it by 4, we could do it like that. If that makes it easier.
But I'm having so much fun throwing dice at my screen.
Or however you want to do it. That's fine.
How many is that too many?
12, that shit.
4d12? Ignore that roll.
2, 3,
Yeah.
4. I'll just take the first 4.
Or well, no,
yes,
they
great.
don't
Take the
fit
first
together.
one.
You got
Yeah,
two.
that's fine.
7 is 14, 21. And they also are going to take some shrapnel damage, I'm assuming. So we'll use the next 2 for the shrapnel damage. So another 20, so 41. So you're able to kill another group. Fudgiest DM ever. I'll get you guys through this, don't worry. Jen, I just want you to know, this is not how you play a war game in D&D.
Fair enough.
Turns out this was a failed experiment. But it's still fun, though. It still tells the story of the
I-
battle. So Bob, you used up your legendary action. They use their movement. So your turn is done now, correct? Unless you yourself can make an attack with your M16.
Yeah, I'm going to fire towards that crowd. Do I have a clear line of sight on anyone? If I could perhaps get at the
point,
Necros?
yeah,
Or...
you could clearly see the Necromancer in the center of his 2 squads of Dugers, because he's like out in the open.
I'm gonna take my chance here and see if I can't hit him. As soon as as soon as it starts responding. Unless someone just wants to roll for me. God damn
I can
it.
do that if you
Hold
want.
on.
9 plus, what's your bonus on that M16? I forget. I don't know where my cards went for it. I know the damage is 2d8 on it, but I don't remember what your bonus to hit is. If it's 5 or better, you got it. Or no, I'm sorry, if it's 3 or better, you got it. I think it was a +3 to hit, right?
Is this the same as the mobile infantry?
God.
No, because it's a slightly different stat from the actual DM's guide for the
Gotcha. Yeah.
The rifle, you said it was an automatic rifle was
Yeah.
what I had? Or
Yeah,
so the hit is a +2. So do I miss?
yeah, that's a miss then. On the roll I rolled for you, anyways. Yes.
Well, I'm gonna. Yeah, I could try rolling again, but I feel like that's cheating at this point. I asked you to roll for me, so.
Okay.
All right. Well, I fired and I took my shot. I failed, but we blew up a bunch of undead
Yeah,
guys.
you did. I would not call that turn a failure at all, sir. That was
Nice turn indeed.
that's some
I am
shown.
sorry to say that I'm gonna have to cut out. I apologize.
Not a problem.
So
what I'll
someone wants to
probably
take
do.
my turn for me.
What I'll probably do is actually retool this a little bit and to make it a little bit more succinct for the next time we play. There is like I had another option of rolling dice where it was going to be just opposed checks. Essentially, you would just roll d6s to see how many hits you got, and then that many people would be eliminated if they couldn't block. So we might switch to that because that seems like it might be easier to do. And say fuck damage. Because otherwise I'm going to be tracking damage for fucking 3 goddamn sessions. I don't want to do that any more than you guys want me to do that. But yes, Bob, we will put you on semi-autopilot. Alright. Thanks for stopping
Appreciate
in.
it.
I hope you feel better soon.
Yeah.
Feel better,
Yeah.
Bob.
So
Thanks,
Super
guys.
well.
Well.
Have fun. Good luck. And use me to the best of your abilities, even though I know you guys hate cops. Sorry. Take care. Guys.
You too. Feel
that's what
better.
role playing's for.
Alright. So yeah, that was a whopping round of combat. Alright, so yeah, because I'm declaring the combat system of this fucking book a failure, if you guys would like to speed combat along, I like that option. I'm going to have for each troop you're controlling, I'll let you roll a... Shit, how do we want to do this? It doesn't really work with the bonuses as they are.
Zach, what we could do, I mean, do you want to just, it's 9, it's almost 9:30 right now. Maybe let's just play as we've been up till Bob's turn, and then, you have a week to
Okay.
Yeah, we
retool.
can finish out the next round.
Yeah, that would be all right. That way, at least you guys get a little bit more combat flavor. But
And leave it with
yeah, I tell you, man, I
Leave
did
it with
not
Bob.
expect the combat to drag as bad as it did. I figured it would be a little bit quicker, but yeah, I should have known that the multi attacks were going to take forever online. Like I feel like in real life, rolling 4d6 sounds like, oh, that's not that bad. But
I don't think it's so bad. I mean, like,
Doesn't seem that bad to me. Yeah, there's just like they're just a lot of.
we're doing a lot. Like,
oh yeah, you guys are definitely devastating
like
the
a lot
forces so
happening.
far. And technically, a big battle like this, a lot of shit's gonna happen kind of all at the same time. So, brings it back
Right.
to Tohan's turn.
Tohan,
Okay.
I just wanted to say that if you want to still keep going head on with them, I think we should split up at this point because I'm better at a range distance with my attacks and my low hit points.
Yeah, I mean, I was hoping to get there around the same time as Volk's company there, but he is way the heck behind us because the whole hope was that he was going to engage them in the front, and then I was going to try to get my way to the Necromancer from there. Because if I just Leroy Jenkins right into the middle of the
Yeah,
middle of the
you
pack
leave
there,
that to my
I'm going to
paladin
have a
character
literal
in
army
Bill's game.
attacking me.
Do you want to try to travel off to the side of them and around the back like Guilfoyle was talking about for now, but just keep a range distance for now and use the artillery?
Yeah, I mean, they're not very fast. I mean, so the only thing we have to worry about is the spellcaster, but we might be in their range anyways if they're in our range. So, yeah. So let's move.
well, their spellcaster's got a good range, but their archers have a much lower range. It's like 120, I think. So
Yeah, they might just.
if you're within 300 feet,
I think we're in 120
if you're
right now,
within
if I remember
300
correctly.
feet,
Yeah, you guys are in just about inside of 100
So-
feet. Yeah, you're at 120 is the back right there.
All right. Well, we're gonna skirt left of it, I guess.
Okay. Trying to stay out of their range, I take it? Is that the general idea?
Yeah, right around the 120 area, because I'm gonna throw a javelin.
2, 3, so. That looks about right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll call that 120. There. Something like that. Okay, so that would have been. Oh, you guys can't move that far. I did that. We'll say right there. That'll be your regular movement stuff. Now you guys still have your legendary action for each of your squads here.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to that for right now. I'm gonna throw a javelin if I'm in range right now.
Yep.
I'm gonna throw it recklessly, so instead of being at disadvantage, it's just gonna be a straight roll.
Okay. So you hammer throw the javelin.
Yeah. I meant to say I'm aiming for the Necromancer if I can see him, but I didn't say it before I rolled. But
That's okay. I'll let you. I'll assume that that's true. That's gonna hit.
okay.
nice.
That's I think 2 hits to that Necromancer so far.
7 damage, and I get a second attack, so I'm gonna do the same thing.
Well, it was Maggie that hit the other Necromancer.
Ooh, natty 20.
Nice. Fuck these necromancers.
15 damage.
Nice. It's funny, Dave. I'm totally picturing Maggie having been this like sweet little old woman this entire time, and now she's like, "Fucking undead piece of shit! Like I fucking kill you all!" Like she's just losing her fucking mind.
Hey, inspire and be inspired. You know, she's
And
trying to
then
play
I'll
like-
use the action to keep going left and maybe go out like 130 feet, I guess. So
Okay, so you're gonna give them their full,
yeah, but I mean, not moving away, but like moving
like
to the side.
circling them essentially
Yeah.
as far out as possible.
Yeah.
So we'll say that puts you right there, I think. So you guys are not. You're not at 120 feet unless you want to. Well, I can
Well, I
I can
mean,
rearrange you a little bit.
yeah, Araneth can go next and move us where she wants us.
Shall we get
It's fine. I don't need to use my action or anything.
Do you want to rally and give them some hit points if you can?
Yeah, I was actually gonna hold it just to see if I needed to do anything, and then before my turn, I'd use it, I guess, because I think with a legendary action, you can use it after anyone's turn.
Yes, you can use it once in between the beginning of your turn and the beginning of your next turn, and
Yeah.
recharges
Huh.
automatically for you.
Oh, nice.
So I'll just keep it in my
That's cool.
pocket for now.
Fair enough.
Yeah, the way that was written was a bit wonky. I think it was maybe meant to be like once per encounter, and I misunderstood it or misread it, or they miswrote it, more likely. Because it said every turn. I'm like, huh, that seems strong. Yeah, it fucking is. Anyway, that brings it to Arianth.
All right. So right now we're 130 feet away from them.
Give or take. Let's see, from this guy to
And
you. From that guy to you is.
Yeah, I think we're still within 120 because I said I threw
You're definitely-
javelins,
you're
and I
definitely
said I was
within
gonna
120,
use my action and move any more right now.
Okay, so if we're at 120, and I have a line of sight on the Necromancer, correct?
Yeah, you can be standing up in a jeep or something. You guys have spotted him now at this point. Like you will definitely have line of sight from some angle. Like the troops can get you there, kinda.
Alrighty. Sorry, bear with me for a second.
Yeah, no worries.
Alright, I am going to cast a level 3 Chaos Bolt at them. It's 120 is my range. I can hit him at that point, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
20. Ouch. 3 plus 6, 9.
That is a miss.
Ouch.
Do you
Okay,
still have initiative? Or sorry, inspiration. I mean.
No, I don't think so. I think I used that a while back. Actually, you know what I will do is spend one of my points to re-roll
Okay.
my spell points. I'll check on how many of those that cost. So I can convert I think it costs one bonus. Okay, I spent 2 sorcery points. Sorry about that.
Okay, no worries.
So yeah. Roll again. Son of a bitch. 9.
Oh no. Yeah, also a miss. So
Alright, what other...
two witch bolts just blast, but somehow this necromancer, through either magical means or others, he just isn't having it.
Alright,
That's
what
fucked up.
do I have any other actions left?
You still have your commanding action, so you can command your troops to do stuff. Your troops can still move you. Since you're like kind of using their movement, you're piggybacking on their movement. So you can move out of range of them. You're still not in like melee range, so it doesn't provoke necessarily opportunity attacks or anything. Or
Am I in ranged attack of them?
if they attack, yeah, like both the skeletons can fire and the necromancer has a ranged attack as well.
All right. But so I still have movement, but I also still have an attack of my mobile.
Yes, yeah, your
Infantry,
mobile
correct.
infantry is still not attacked yet. That is correct.
All right. So yeah, I will use them to attack the Necromancer
Okay.
and their surrounding.
So just roll 4d20, and anything that is higher than a 3 is going to hit him. That's factoring all their bonuses and shit in. You're definitely not hard to hit.
I wanted to hit the Necromancer too, if possible.
Yeah. So go ahead and
I did roll the 4d20 already. It came
Yep.
up.
go ahead and roll all 4 of those for damage. All 4 are going to hit the necromancer. Like if you're having them target the necromancer, like that's your command is target the necromancer. Go ahead and roll. What is it? 2d8 per. So it's going to be 8d8. I feel like that should have been nerfed too. Seems high. Only seems high because I'm getting my ass kicked over here, but it's fine.
It's the third one up is a d8, right?
Yes, I think so. 1, 2, 3. Yep.
Yep, that is.
All right, so 8d8, you said, correct?
Yep.
All right, doing it. Should be up now.
Yeah. Okay. So these Marines just unleash holy hell on this guy. And as he falls to the ground with 38 individual bullet holes riddled through his entire body, his skeleton warriors crumble to dust, leaving only these two
Nice.
groups of Durgor dwarves. Durgurs. Who look both frightened and kind of pissed off now.
All right. So now are we in range of them of anybody being able to hit us where we are at this point?
The Durger, I don't believe, are armed with any missile weapons, if I remember correctly.
They have javelins.
They do have javelins. Okay, so you are within
They
javelin range.
Yeah, they have 120 range.
All right. So then move us just out of range.
Okay, so
Well, they can also move 25 on their turn. So you want to, if possible, you want to get 165 away from,
so
or 145
enough.
away from them.
So you've burned.
Yeah, I agree
they've
with what Dave's saying.
They've already burned their action for the turn. They have a bonus action that they can take that'll allow them to move 30. So that's to right there.
Nice.
And
You're right outside of range.
you didn't use your actual command action yet, right? You didn't use rally or attack or.
No, I didn't.
Okay, so we will say that you guys can get to just outside of the range. Then there should be another like.
I was gonna say I don't know if we wanted to start heading back toward the center actually, because I think Volk is gonna murderize the rest of them.
Oh, did you want to move like so? You were like over.
Yeah, just
Okay.
like start retreating backwards.
Okay, I got you. So you'd be down here somewhere.
Hey, Zach,
Sounds
quick
good.
question. What happened to the clouds in front of the eyes of the Durgar warriors if the Necromancer dies?
Oh, that's a great point.
Did they fight with? Did they have disadvantage now, being in the sunlight, or?
I will say yes. I like because I think that's
Nice.
probably exactly what would happen. Like the necromancers would have used some sort of magic to basically give them magical fucking magic ray bands, like just floating in front of their eyes.
Yeah, that's what it says in here.
Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah, they got clouds in front of their eyes or something.
All right. That's gonna bring it back to the undead's turn, and I will try to be quick about it because that'll put us right at 10 o'clock. Yeah, sorry, it was kind of a freaking shit show of a game tonight. I was hoping it would go better. At least all mechanically, technically, it went well. Like I don't think that we've had any technical issues on recording and shit. So there's that.
No, it went fine.
I think it's going fine. Yeah,
Let's see.
a lot going on.
So
Smoother than I thought. I'm like, oh, I don't know. It sounded.
Yeah.
Sounded like it was going to take several sessions, but I think we're kind of moving along.
Yeah, agreed.
So these guys are not moving.
Yeah, we'll do it in 2. Well, knock on
Especially
wood.
now that we
You
know
guys will
once we
probably
take
be
out
able
the
to finish it in
necromancers.
2. And I am gonna retool the combat a little bit, and I'm gonna make it more wargamey because it'll make the actual combat a little bit faster. But I'll still try to keep the bonuses and stuff a little bit balanced. Just because poor Bob having to roll like 20d20 or whatever the fuck it was is kind of absurd.
Yeah.
There. And of course, also, I'm a dumb DM and I didn't use their legendary action to move them, or their commanding action to move them the first time. Same deal. Oop, and I just flipped all the dead guys back over, and I want to get rid of them, don't I? Get out of there. That guy's dead, that guy's dead, that guy's dead. All of those guys. And yeah, so it's literally just going to be 2 javelin attacks getting thrown at maybe you guys. I don't even know if they can reach still. I moved them already. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, they're still out of range. All right. And these guys don't have their legendary action, but they do have a thing. They have something. They're gonna do it. Vision. They are going to. Yeah, they're going to use their enlarged thing, which is going to make them. Each individual of these 50 is going to now be much larger than they were. There, they're big. And that's pretty much their turn because they already did their movement and they don't really have much else they can do because they can't unless.
Yeah, that enlarge looks pretty nasty. Double damage on strength-based weapon attacks and advantage on strength checks and strength saves.
Yeah, it's too bad it doesn't increase.
Yeah, if they can get close to us, we're fucked.
I wish they'd increase their range too.
I
That's
know,
what I should have
100
written
hit
down.
points. Yikes.
Yeah, but you guys are doing
Run
like
away, run away.
40 and 50 at a clip, so it's not too bad.
Sure.
Yeah, so that's gonna be their turn. So Vanadia, if you want to go ahead.
All right. I'm still not in any range, right?
You are not, I believe, in any range.
Those guys are
Which side are you on here?
kind of like second wave.
You're over on this.
Man, none of the other undead were attacked.
Yeah, they're still way out of range. You're actually positioned over by like the ones that are farthest away.
Well, I'm definitely going to rally them again. So that's going to add 8 to each of them.
I just love that concept. You're just like whispering climbing to the trees, and they're like, yeah, get here, yeah.
You're just doing the speech from Rudy over and over again to him?
Yeah.
Yeah, all of them are actually just chanting
They're
Rudy.
like doing flips around the bars like it's the Olympics.
But quietly, so as not to alert suspicion.
Yeah.
One of them falls out of the tree. Ah!
It's okay, they're still really far away.
You didn't see it. You guys didn't
They're
see
over
that.
there.
Like I'm wearing camouflage.
They're charging
Don't
at us like
continue
that
their
scene from
camouflage.
Monty Python where the guy's just like charging forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that the speeds on those hordes was pretty detrimental to this too. 6. Yeah, I originally had intended on using this system called Open Combat, and it's an interesting system because you literally like, okay, I've got 4 troops or 4 troop units or whatever, like the squads. You roll 4d6, and anything that's a 5 or a 6 is a successful hit, and then they have to roll a 6 to block it or they die. And it's that fast. And I was like, that seems too simplistic to me. Now I understand why they keep shit so simple in war games for like their attack rolls and stuff, because tracking this shit can be ridiculous. So, did you want Venadia to do anything, Nick, or no?
There's not really anything to do from here yet.
Still just bunkered down. Okay.
Can't
Well,
reach
just,
anymore.
you said rally, right?
Yep, he
Yeah.
rallied, so that was his legendary action. Or as I keep calling it that, it's not legendary, it's his commanding action, that's what I should say. It's kind of modeled after the legendary action concept. Okay, so it would be Guilfoyle's turn next. Sorry, if Bill's still here. Bill
Yeah,
is
I'm still here.
Holy
I'm
crap.
shooting.
All right. Shoot,
Oh,
shoot,
yeah.
shoot.
I'm shooting at these Druger.
Yeah, fuck those gray dwarves.
19 hits, I assume.
I believe so. Yep.
It's a burst of ammunition into him. Let's see. Well, 8 damage plus. That's a little better. 19 damage total.
Nice. Okay.
I'm just shooting from the back of the Jeep.
Yeah, I love that too. Just this halfling just holding an M16 hanging off the back of a Jeep that's driving away, just like brrr, just
Get some.
unloading.
Get some.
Yeah. Yeah. I hate orcs, but being a Marine's pretty cool. Okay. So I'm assuming you're staying in the Jeep and just kind of sticking.
Oh,
to
yeah.
it? Okay. Yeah, you're in like Flynn right now. Okay, so that brings it back to Maggie, and then we'll probably call it after that, so that we're not just beating a dead horse here.
So how far is she from the
sorry.
front line and from the Necromancer at this point?
Let's see, where are you? You are over there. Uh, 220-ish feet away.
Okay, so we're all within range then, I think.
Yeah, above 240.
Yep. Sweet. All right, she's gonna pull another, same as last time. So,
All right, so it's gonna be
let's see.
12d20, and I actually think that I screwed up when I had you roll your damage last time, because I think the first time you only rolled damage for like 3 attacks, and you had more successful attacks than that. Just as a footnote, I can't really do anything about it now, but that was my
Yeah.
bad, sorry.
I think
you guys will be fine.
that's okay. Yeah, I think you didn't add the bonus to everything, maybe.
So let's see what we
Yeah.
lined up with.
So it's 9 plus all of these, right? So I've got one.
So you got one
crit.
miss and one crit, so they kind of cancel out. So it's just going to be all successes, we'll say. So that's go ahead and roll.
Okay.
For 12 total successes, whatever that is. It's like 24d8 or something, right?
4d12. Or no, sorry, I'm in artillery. 2d8 times 12, right?
Yeah. Absurdist D&D. This really is the Monty Python of D&D games for sure at this point.
Oh my god. I'm getting spooked with all these dice. Alright, that's a straight 100.
Nice. Alright, let me check
Hundo.
where we're at here. It's one of those guys.
And we're still firing like at the Necromancer as much as possible.
Okay. This way then.
I mean her orders are like fired towards the Necromancer, hit the center.
You got it. Okay, so 15, but it subtracts 30 from the 100 because they take half damage. So that schmuck's dead. And we'll say same deal. You still had 70, so that's 25. So you're still not able to penetrate through these guys, but you do nasty damage to a lot of the skeletons in the center, and you are now will have a clear shot on any other attacks you make. And that's just your
Clear shot at the Necromancer.
Yeah, and that was just your infantry, so your artillery can still go as well, obviously, And you. And you still got your movement, and your legend, and your commanding actions.
Alright, artillery is gonna do 2d20 plus 6 to hit. So that's 16 and 12 plus 6 on each. So 22 and 18.
Alright, both hit. So go ahead and roll your damage, and I'm assuming that you're targeting the Necromancer still? So it's centered on him?
Yep. Yeah, exactly. So 4d12 times 2.
I get the feeling he's gonna die.
So that's 20. That's 44 damage.
Alright, so he's dead. And that also means
all enemies within 10 feet must make a dex save.
Which is only going to be
the
the Dirgers. Because the rest of them...
Oh yeah,
little Necromancer.
Fucked up.
So like literally, as these mortar shells come down on this Necromancer, he is blown fucking... He's like disintegrated essentially. It's just like they fucking land in his lap. And he's just gibbed, to coin an old school phrase. So the Durger have to roll their dex saves. I'll be nice to him and I'll give him 1 each. Aha! It didn't help. Come on, give me another one. That didn't help either. Okay, so go ahead and roll damage for those guys. See what they each take.
Alright. So that's
it. You guys are fighting one fucking big ass dragon next time.
If we got these Orc Marines with us, I gotta like our chances.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Well, don't forget, that dragon that they stole this shit from still probably kind of pissed off at them, so...
Alright,
what do we wind
so
up?
that is a
36
shrapnel damage.
to go into each of them.
Well, it's 36 total, so I rolled it all together. Oh no, that's not true.
No, but yeah,
Yeah,
you just
you're
roll
right.
damage once, and then they're each, because they each take it without a successful
No,
save. 36 from 100 is
I rolled
66.
I rolled 4d12 instead of 2d12 though. So the shrapnel damage is 2d12, and I rolled 4d12.
Oh, okay, I get what you're saying. Okay, so it would have been...
So
I'll
it should just be split.
Yeah,
split in
I'll
half.
just have it and just call it 18.
Each.
So now I got to do 18
Cool.
from 100. So that's easier. That's 82. Math.
Yeah. All right. I guess we'll do the same thing all over again. All right. So 12d20.
I love that the sound comes through the headphones. That makes me happy.
Yeah.
That's funny. All right, so I got 2 nat 1s, and what's the?
Get down here and find the Durgers AC. Durgers.
15, I think.
15 or 16, I don't remember.
Oh, I think it might be 16. Yeah, 16.
Yep, 16. Okay, so anything under a... what were you rolling with your... It's +9, right? Yes. So
Right.
anything under a 7 is going to be a miss.
7.
Come on, give me the hover thing here. So I see 1 miss, 2 miss, 3 miss.
So I got
5,
6 that are 7 and up.
Okay, so you got six successful hits then. So 6 times 2, 12d8 damage.
Okay. So
These fucking poor dwarves just watch their like crazy sacred sorcerer get blown up in front of them, and they're just standing there getting mowed down by M16s. What the fuck is going on? We don't even know what these things are.
Maggie has no sympathy for kidnappers. All right, 59 damage.
Okay. Which one did you want to target? You got one that, well, they're both at 82, so I don't know. Pick one, I guess.
I guess whatever one's closer.
Okay, it was 69.
The one that's
They're both pretty equidistant. We'll just say it's this one. It's at 69, right? How's that put him at?
it was 59 damage.
59, okay. So 23 left. Right? That sounds right.
So one is in the 80s and one's
like,
at 23.
Yeah, one's at 23 and one's at 82. Go ahead and roll your
All
other
right.
two artillery.
So for the next, yeah, and I'll have one aimed at each.
Okay.
So 2d20, right?
Yep.
Plus 6 each. All right, so that's a 13 and a nat 1.
Okay, so one of them misses. 13 is definitely going to hit.
All right. So 4d12.
Yep, and then they got to make a dex save. Also, technically, I think they should have made 2 dex saves last time.
So that's 21 damage.
Okay. Let's see, that goes on the one that still had some hit points left. At 61. Alright, and then you still have, I believe, your command action, right? And your attack.
Did they make the dex save?
Yes, one of them does need to make a dex save, you're right, sorry. 14. Was it dex save?
Nope.
Nope, doesn't make
All
it,
right.
does it? Okay, so go ahead and roll your shrapnel
All
damage.
right, so that's 14 shrapnel.
Alright, so one of them is fucking, there's like barely any guys standing up still in the one group. They've got 9.
All right.
47 in the other one.
He's gonna fire crossbow again. That's the only thing she can do.
Towards the more wounded one, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's 13. Probably misses.
13 does miss. Sails high. There's not enough targets
Okay.
left to hit. You killed them all.
Yeah, makes sense. All right. And then they're gonna retreat. They're gonna back up to. Let me see.
There's you right there.
Yeah, actually, can you do a top here?
Yeah.
They're gonna go. They're gonna go. I guess towards the.
Oh, whoops. I'm sorry. I thought I had you guys on
Maybe
map
just
half
straight,
this time.
just straight west, I guess.
There you go. Straight west. Okay, I got you. So just backing straight up into camp. Sorry, this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, north would be
Kinda
this
cross.
way. West is that way. So.
Which one is Volk attacking? Like, which one hasn't been engaged yet?
There's 3 of them that have not been engaged at all. This one, and this one.
Oh,
Volk is up here. He
Okay.
was going after these 2 last Durgers up there. So you guys have actually wiped out 2 full regiments of undead and just left the Durger kind of standing there. That's nasty.
so she's gonna take the troops like straight south towards that bottom corner one.
Okay. So instead of that, towards this guy down there?
Yep.
Okay. And you did not use the legendary, or you did not use your command ability yet. Are you using that to chart to move them?
I did
extra?
because
Okay.
all my troops got 2 attacks because I used the command ability.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. So you would only be able to move like the irregular 30 feet or whatever it is. So you,
Maybe.
if you skirt
Yeah,
right
exactly.
along the camp there, probably, or right about there.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, cool.
Yep.
So that's probably a decent spot to call it for tonight. You guys killed close to half the forces already. 2/5, we'll say. Yeah. So this is gonna be interesting. And like your guys' heavy guns haven't even really gotten there yet. Like, I have yet to see the mechs in action. They probably just tear the shit out of everything, too.
Yep.
So far, it looks like you are well in command of this battle. And if you look over, you can probably see Ashnak, and he's just over there hooting and hollering, throwing his cap up in the air, getting all excited about stuff.
I feel like Ashnak's already got the barbecue lit. He's
Yeah,
like,
he's
sweet,
like,
this is
they're
gonna be
throwing,
good.
they're throwing an orc ball already, like just watching through binoculars and stuff. Like, these boys really know what the fuck they're doing. This is great. They're all gonna be up for promotions. So yeah, I don't know. Do you guys want to stick with this style of combat system for this? Because I feel like it's slow, but if you guys aren't miserable about it, then it's fine. I just don't want anybody to be like, oh, this is so fucking boring. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really care.
No, it's not like torturous or anything.
Okay. All right,
It's
then.
slow, but it's fast. Like everyone's doing massive
I mean,
damage. So
I
it's
don't.
moving quick.
I mean, it's fine.
Like
I
the-
guess. I mean,
I wouldn't.
yeah,
I
I just
wouldn't-
wish I took more than one troop now because, like, you know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I personally wouldn't
Yeah, I'm
do this
realizing that
probably
myself.
again. Or if I did, I would do it, like I said, differently, and I would give you guys a little bit more advance notice of what sort of, like, combat actions are available and stuff, but I was kind of, like, crunching that out at the last minute, it felt like, so. Yeah, so I guess I won't try and tweak it, because if I fucking tweak it, I'll probably make it worse. And I'll just let us play through this, and it should only take one more session. If it doesn't, I'll fucking Deus Ex Machina the shit out of this battle. So,
Can we use the command gems or whatever that they have for communication to bring some troops to Tohan so he can have more
Absolutely,
troops to
yeah.
command?
Yeah,
because you already definitely have like an LC with a mic, and I'd like to point out that in true Marine fashion, you guys have taken exactly 0 fucking losses so far, as Ashnak would say. So yeah, you guys definitely have reason to be like hoo-ah about stuff.
yeah.
So yeah, you guys could definitely do that. And they would probably just be deployed from what Ashnak has, I would think.
Either that or maybe some from the west that aren't being commanded by anybody, really.
Yeah. We could, what we can do is we can pick up next time with that. I'll make a note of it right now. Moving.
Is that cool with
Sounds
you,
good.
Nick?
Moving troops
Yeah, that's cool with me.
to
mean, but-
Tohan. Guilfoyle, did you want them to send you troops as well?
I don't know. Let me think about that.
Okay. Yeah, let me know by
Because
next time or whatever, and we'll.
I mean, I think it's probably the best for the way the system works, but yeah, I don't know. Let's get. I had ideas of Guilfoyle like scouting out and stuff like that, but it seemed like there's
Well,
a
if
lot
you want to
going
stay
on
with
be
me,
able to do it.
Guilfoyle, I'm
Yeah.
just gonna keep my one mobile unit because it's very handy for me to just move around quick and try to
Yeah.
focus on getting necromancers.
Okay.
Okay.
Or I was gonna say, if you want
It's up to you.
if you want reinforcements, Jen, you can always add reinforcements to your group as well from Ashnak's reserves.
Well, if there's maybe another mobile unit, I'll take that because I want to be able to just move quick without having to worry about
Okay.
being slowed down at all.
All right. So I'll make a note of that. I got it written down. And yeah. I don't know. I hope you guys did have fun, even if it was kind of wonky and
Yeah.
weird. It's about the closest thing I've ever managed to pull off of a big ass like epic battle in D&D without it going completely fucking screwy. So, and the computer didn't crash, and I think everything recorded. So
Nice.
we'll see. I will, if it recorded correctly, I'll be able to post it tonight to YouTube with just a quick clip. So it should be up by no later than like midnight. It usually takes about an hour to encode the videos to YouTube. That's whatever their fucking issue is, where it takes forever. But yeah, awesome. So hopefully I will see everybody again on Sunday at 7.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Sounds good.
Awesome, cool. Thanks for
Take
playing,
care,
guys. I appreciate it.
Hey, feel better,
Nick.
Nick.
Thank you. See
Thank
you
you.
next week, guys.
Good night, guys.
Right. Well, not the smoothest game of D&D I've ever played, but definitely wasn't the worst either. Um, yeah, hopefully anybody that watched this enjoyed it. I know it was a little weird. I probably should have fixed the combat system a little bit better for it, but there you go. This is the first half of the Battle of Southmords. So if you enjoy it, tune in the following week, or if you're watching in the future, just watch the next episode, and we'll see where these guys wind up. There's going to be some interesting stuff coming down the pipeline. So if you like the game, definitely subscribe, like the channel, etc., etc. Do the YouTube stuff. You know, YouTube's like, what, fucking 15 years old? You know what to do. Just do the YouTube stuff. All right. Love y'all. Bye.